Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world, it is here. All the talk, all of the talk. This player's not playing, that player's not playing. We lost this game. City have lost 4 games. Pep's new contract. Kovacic doesn't play. Romero doesn't play. Guys, girls, this is what it's all about. Manchester City at home to Tottenham Hotspur. Can Tottenham get anything from this game? We have an appalling away record. But we're better to change that than today at the Etihad. Will we? I don't know. We'll talk about it. We've got an hour and 25 minutes until kickoff. The team news will be in about 15 minutes. We'll have a look at the team and we'll see what's going on. We'll have a chat. I'll take all your comments as normal. You guys will smash the like button as normal and we'll take it all from there. I think we pretty much know what the team's going to be, but we'll find out in a little bit. We've also got all of the scores that are going to be coming through to you from the Premier League, from whatever leagues at the moment. Man City, Spurs later on. Arsenal are beating Forest. Villa are 1, Palace 2 at the moment. I'll tell you what would really help is if I actually had the results in front of me, wouldn't it? Big up to each and every one of you. So Leicester 1, Chelsea 2. For anyone that joined me on a watch along, I thought Chelsea were excellent and everything coached in every way that Spurs are not. Chelsea are a good team with a good manager. Arsenal 1, Forest 0 at half-time. Aston Villa 1, Crystal Palace 2. Crystal Palace taking the lead on the stroke of half-time after Villa missed a penalty to go 2-1 up. Bournemouth 0, Brighton 1. Brighton continue this marvellous form under Hertzler. Everton 0, Brentford 0, but Brentford are down to 10 men after Norgard was sent off. Fulham 1, Wolves 1. This is a chance for Fulham to really consolidate themselves in the top 5 or 6 tonight. At the moment, they're 1-1. And again, I just want to mention Mateus Cunha of Wolves. What a good player he is. Mateus Cunha of Wolves. And then later on, it will be Manchester City versus Tottenham Hotspur. Let's say hello. Let's see who we've got in the chat. Big up to Vinny Rowley. How you doing, buddy? Hope you are well. Good afternoon to Ryan G. Costa del Spurs. Good afternoon to you. Mark Taylor. How you doing, Mark? Hope you are well. Ryan G back again. Mark Taylor back again. Big up to Anthony Clark. Your team are winning 1-0. Apparently, Arsenal should be 3 or 4 up, but I've not seen any of it. And apparently a very good goal from Saka. Good evening to Wayne Francois 23. Big up to you. Big up to Jazz Fusion as well. Robert is in the house. Big up, Robert. Brian Daigle. Brian Daigle. I love singing Brian Daigle's name in any way I can. I do like to think I can sing, but I know I can't. Ryan G has said, at least we're not losing at the moment. It will probably change soon. Yes. As you said, Wolves just kicked off in the second half away at Fulham, who are going good guns at the moment. But Wolves, I believe, can take themselves out the bottom 3 with a win today. Gary Officer said it's all happening. If we win the game, the league is ours. Oh, if we win this game, we will have people saying we're in a title race. It's the way it is. Big up to Robert, who has said, I would love to see Spence instead of Porro. Never going to happen in a million years. You might see Spence at left back. Actually, I don't even think that's going to happen if we're going to be brutally honest. D&B forever. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon to you. Hope you're well. Yeah, I've not watched any of the games at the moment. I did a 2-hour stream on Big Up earlier. Thanks to all those who came over and supported. The rest of you, come on. You've got to get over there and help support me. And I said to myself, I need a few hours off where I don't watch any football. I mean, I watched the scores coming in, but I didn't want to watch an actual game. But as I said, I really enjoyed the game. I thought Chelsea were excellent. And I did anyone who was in that chat will tell you I did a good bit at half time. I like to think on the tactics of Spurs versus Chelsea, why theirs works and why I don't think ours does. For anyone that cares, Middlesbrough are 4-1 up at Oxford, and Emmanuel Latte Lat, who's getting a lot of attention, has a hat-trick in 49 minutes. Good afternoon to the Sheriff who is in town. Good afternoon to what the F is Ange Ball. Agreed, Robert. Agreed. What Chelsea had for me, I said this, the 2 men in midfield, Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, they couldn't break those 2 down. They had fullbacks that actually played at fullback and overlapped. They had centre-halves that played as centre-halves, and they had a playmaker in Cole Palmer and let him actually play make. And it's the complete opposite of what Ange does. And everyone knows what I think of Ange. Good afternoon to Mark, the Sheriff. How we doing, brother? Hope you're well. Lewis, I said, big up, Savva. Hope you're good. Lewis, how you doing, bro? Hope you are well. Long time no see. Hope you are well. Craig Parker, hey to you as well. Jack Herbert's in the house. Big up, Jack Herbert. By the way, I'm hearing, it's like I'm at Sky Sports, that Brighton have gone 2-0 up at Bournemouth. I'm hearing that Brighton have gone 2-0 up at Bournemouth, and what a good job Fabian Herzl has done. They are 2-0 up, and it's, again, João Pedro, Matoma. Again, the sort of players I'd love to see at Spurs. But we don't buy players like that. At the moment, that puts Brighton into 5th on 22 points. So at the moment, Chelsea, Arsenal and Brighton are all on 22 points. Fulham can go to 21 points if they can find a winner against Wolves. Aston Villa can go on to 21 points, but they would need to find 2 goals against Crystal Palace. So it's all happening. And Man City are on 23 points. Liverpool on 28. Spurs are now the only team. Spurs are now down to 11th as it stands with 16 points. A win tonight will take us into 6th. Carlos is in the chat. Hope you're well, Carlos. And we'll get to score predictions and all that stuff in a minute. Don't worry about that just yet. But again, Mitoma, I really like Mitoma. You all know the players that I like. And it never seems to be the players that Spurs want. Scott M said, if we play Spence instead of Porro, we may as well just forfeit now. To be honest, look, I don't think Porro can defend. So I don't actually think that's true. I hear what you're saying, but for me, I don't think it matters which one of them plays at right back. For me, I just think, again, neither of them are defensive fullbacks. But I can't see it happening, Scott. Can you? Can you see it happening? By the way, the Brighton goal, has it gone to VAR? Has it been given? Swindon have equalised. If anyone wants to know why that's interesting, is because Swindon have now got Neil Warnock in charge of them. They were 2-0 down. They're now 2-2. Aston Villa 1, Crystal Palace 2. I've got Clinton Morrison on the screen. He's doing that game at the moment. Yeah, Mark Taylor said, yeah, really did like the big up platform. Yeah, mate, listen, I think it's excellent. I think it's an excellent platform. And, the tactics board is brilliant to use. Big up to Howling Mad Murdoch. Big up to you. Big up to AV. Hope you're well. Absolutely, Ryan. 2-0 there. Daniel Knight. Hi, Daniel Knight. Daniel Knight, the 14th Daniel Knight. Big up to you. Simon, absolutely. I think Matoma is brilliant. I would give anything for Matoma to be our left winger. I really, truly would. I look at our wingers and I don't get any excitement from either of them. And that's horrible to say about Son these days, but I just don't. I don't look at Son and think he's one of our better players anymore, unfortunately. Mark has said Mitoma, 50 million. Yes, please. Yeah, I mean, look, we just don't go and do those things, do we? We went for Odeber. You best not, Savva, you best not let Ipswich win, then let us lose. Tyrese, who do you support? Let me know you support for that sentence to make sense, my friend. I think right now he's better than Sonny, if we're going to be brutally honest at what he does. Listen, I'm not saying give Spence a go instead of Porro. I just don't think either of them are right backs anyway. We know Porro's going to play. I don't even know why this is a conversation. Yun is scared for the game. Some people are. Jamie Gitter said, big up. The only positive from today, Bournemouth lose, and we end up 12th and not 13th, as United will show how to deal with Ipswich. By the way, Arsenal are 2-0 up at home to Forest. Arsenal back to winning ways today, it would seem. Saka got the first goal. Paul Merson's just Thomas Partey with the second goal. So Arsenal have moved as it stands. Let's have a look at the table. I love a never-changing league table. Arsenal are currently in 4th. They are 2 goals behind Chelsea on goal difference, but you can already see that top 3 and 4 is getting back to what we thought it might be. And as I said, Chelsea are a good team. Chelsea are a very good football team, complete opposite to the way we play. Where are we? Where are we? Hopefully Villa lose this one. Well, at the moment they are losing this one, but isn't it bad when that's where we're at? We're hoping Villa lose. There's been some breaking news. I don't know what it is. I'm going to turn it on for 1 second and turn you guys off. I missed it. There was some breaking news on Sky Sports, but when I went over there, I completely missed it. By the way, it looks like Wolves have taken the lead at Fulham. Fulham 1, Wolves 2. We know that Cunha got the first goal. By the way, Cunha's got 5 league goals from midfield this season. You think how much we praise people like Decky and Bentancur. Mateus Cunha's got 5 for a team that are bottom 3. But will they be bottom 3 if they win tonight? Let's have a look, shall we, at the table. Wolves, as it stands, no, I don't want that, maybe later, yep. Wolves, as it stands, will move on to, I just want to check whether it will be, they won't come out the bottom 3, purely because Crystal Palace are winning. They're not going to come out the bottom 3, but Wolves, this will put them on to 7 points, and this will be 2 wins from their last 3 games, I believe. Sorry, this will be 2, yeah, they won the last game, right? If I'm not wrong. Ryan, you're in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. Brighton spent 2 million on Matoma. By the way, in Scotland, it is Rangers 0, Dundee United 0. So at the moment, Fulham v Wolves is Fulham 1, Wolves 2. Fulham missing a glorious opportunity to stay with the top 4 or 5. Carlos has said Ange does like a waffle. He likes to use the word outstanding for his mid-table side. Well, I saw an interview with him today on Sky Sports where he said how much progress we'd made in 50 games since he's been there. And I'm just looking and thinking, who are you lying to, mate? Like, what progress? But hey, that's just me. That's just me. Lucky Singer said Man City should regroup, win the match heavy. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I think the difficulty going into this game is we don't know what Man City are going to be like. Ryan G, yes, sorry. I've got a live update table that's just taken a bit. Yes. So Wolverhampton Wanderers would be 1 point off of Leicester. So as it stands, Southampton would have 4 at the bottom, Ipswich 8, Wolves 9, Leicester and Crystal Palace would have 10, Everton 11, West Ham 12. But as it stands, Tottenham Hotspur are in the bottom half of the Premier League table. Yao Gomez, another one we were linked with, good player, but Cunha for me is the more ready-made midfielder, drives forward with a ball, scores goals. I really, really like him. Spurs Roars, and I hope we lose by 7 or 8 goals. I mean, look, come on, we don't want to hope we ever lose a game. Look, do I like the manager? No, but we never not want to win a game. Whether we do or not is a completely different matter. Big up to Donna Cullen, who's been a member for 7 months. Said, Wagwan, Mr. Savva. I'm on my way to the Etihad. 3 points. Let's hope that you are right. Let's hope that there is 3 points, but we will see. KM has said, to be honest, besides Liverpool, and I expect a drop-off, this league is very open. I don't think it is. I think we say this every year. The cream rises to the top. Every year we do this for the first 10, 11 games. Last year it was, oh my God, Spurs and Villa are up there. And we all know what will happen. The cream will rise. Arsenal, Liverpool and City will be up there. It's what happens. Everyone keeps saying Liverpool are going to drop off. I'm not sure why. They've got a very good squad and a top manager. Oh, yes. He said we were better than our league position. I don't think we are better than our league position. We've lost 5 games. Our league position puts us exactly where we should be, where a team that loses 5 in 11 should be. Let's have a look. I think the team news might be out. The team news is out. Hang on. Oh, is that the starting 11? Oh, I don't like that new. What are we doing here? The Spurs team is as follows. It is Vicario in goal, Porro right back, Dragoshin, Davis and Udogie, Sarr, Basuma, Madison, Kulu, Son, Solanke. So Brennan Johnson drops to the bench. It looks like he's going to probably put a few more bodies in midfield, possibly a 4-3-1-2. I don't know at the moment. Maybe just shifting Kulu out to the right. But the bench is Forster, Spence, Hardy, Gray, Bergvall, Ulasesi, Johnson, Werner, and Lancashire. So that team again is Vicario in goal, Porro, Dragusin, Davis, and Adogi, Sarr, Basuma, Madison, Kulu, Sun, Solanke. Let me know what you think of that team. Mr. Box Office is in the house. Look at the treats I give people on a Saturday afternoon. Alex, the one and only, the office, the Box Office is here. Alex, you've seen the team. What do you make of it?
I haven't actually seen the team. I've literally just got in now, so I just heard you a little bit. I hear Madison's in the team. That's interesting. That is very interesting. And Johnson's to the bench.
Yes,
that's an interesting one. Yeah, I'm trying to find the team myself. I'm trying to get the team up myself now, but like, yeah, I'm interested to see how this works out, because I thought Madison was going to be on the bench, and instead I thought Johnson was definitely going to play. So that's going to be interesting to see how it is. I for some reason, I don't know why I think this today, but I think we've got a chance today. I don't know why. I really don't know why I think like that. I feel like that today.
Well, would you like the Man City team?
Yes.
So Man City have gone with Walker. No, they haven't gone with Walker in goal. That's a complete lie. Man City have gone with Ederson in goal, Walker, Stones, Akanji, and Vardiol. Lewis, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Savinho, Haaland, and Foden. And their sub-bench is Ake, Grealish, De Bruyne, Nunes, Wright, Simpson, Pusey, O'Reilly, McAtee, and Ortega. So, again, they've a very different central midfield look for them today. But the rest of them looks quite strong, doesn't it?
It looks very strong. They have to win this game today. Have they got Liverpool next week?
Yeah, they've got Liverpool next week.
Yeah, they're going to want to win this game today. They're not going to want to go into that game. I think they're under pressure to win this game today. Not that Guardiola needs pressure. I'm not going to say anything about Guardiola. No way. When he's won what he's won, but they have to win today. They can't go into Liverpool game losing today. They cannot. They cannot.
Yeah, I think this is what makes this such a fascinating game, Alex. Is normally Spurs by the way, sorry, Brighton have just had Belieber sent off. So they're 2-0 up away at Bournemouth, but they are down to 10 men. So this could make for an interesting last 30 minutes in that game. But I'll keep you updated with all the scores. Villa still losing 2-1 at home to Palace, by the way. This is what makes it interesting, Alex. Normally, Spurs v City is an interesting game anyway, but you've got so many things surrounding this game. City's bad form, Pep Guardiola signing a new contract, Rodri and Kovacic both out. Then you go to Spurs. We're not in good form. Lots of unrest in the media and the fan base. If we don't win, we end the day in the bottom half. No Van de Ven, no Romero. There's a lot of side notes to this game, aren't there?
I don't think it's a bad thing that Romero is not playing. I don't think it is. I think he wasn't playing well. So Dragison's not playing well either. But let's be honest here. If we're going to have the same fear of Werner playing every single week and he wasn't playing well, we can do the same thing with Dragison. So same behaviour of one player to another one, as far as I'm concerned. And that's it. I think the other thing as well is that Kulusevski's already said it as well. He loves playing Man City. Again, I don't rate the player. I do not rate him. Yeah. Okay. Some people do. I don't rate him, but he likes playing against Man City. Son loves playing Man City. So that's where I'm sitting there thinking, if Man City don't win their chances. Now, listen, I don't rate my manager. You know, I'm not going to go over it. I'm not repeating myself. Don't rate this manager. But there's something about today, after Ipswich, I'm sitting there thinking, they might want to turn up today. That's just me at the moment. I might look silly afterwards, but I'm showing a little bit of optimism. So if people are having a go at me for showing a little bit of optimism, what else can you say? You know what I mean?
Well, let's see if Stelios shares such optimism. Stel, welcome. The teams are out. Madison in for look. We knew what was happening at the back, but Madison in for Johnson is the only change. How are you expecting that to line up, Stel? Is this going to be a like for like with Kulu going to the right and Maddison playing in the hole, or do you think Ange's got something different up his sleeve?
Savva, could you do me a favour? Could you tell me Man City's starting 11 because I can't see it?
Yeah, Man City. Man City starting 11 is Ederson in goal, a back four of Walker, Akanji, Stones, and Vardial. And then they've got Rico Lewis, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Foden, Savio, Haaland. So the midfield is the new element, right? It looks like it's going to be Gundogan and Rico Lewis in there.
Yeah. Okay. So the front three was Foden, Haaland, and who? Savio back. Right. So there's positives and negatives for me then. I think Savio and Foden up against Udogie and Porro is alarm bells.
Yeah.
I think Savio's going to put one on us.
Yeah.
Assuming he's proper match fit. Foden up against Porro. I don't think our fullbacks are good at defending, and they're going to be up against two very exceptional players. Haaland against Davies and Dragusin. If we push up and there's that space behind, I think they're going to be toast. If we're deeper, maybe Haaland won't get as much choice. So I think there's some concerns at the back. The midfield, I think, is pretty balanced. I don't think they've got that number 6 City that's strong enough to play in this game. And we've actually got Maddison, who will go up against their 6. So I expect Maddison to cause problems today. I'm glad he's playing because I think he's our most creative player. Mm-hmm. Basuma and Sarr versus Gundogan and who was it?
Rico Lewis.
Is it Rico Lewis playing the 6?
Well, I mean, I don't think they're playing a 6. I don't think they're going to play a 6 or 8. This is City.
Okay,
you know
in that case, all right, fair enough. In that case, I think Sarr and Basuma have got their work cut out if Gundogan and Silva have a good game. But let's see, because they've been up and down. So I think that midfield's quite balanced, Spurs v. I think their attack versus our defence, I've got big concerns. I think the midfield balanced. I agree with Alex. Son and Kulu do well against City normally. Solanke, but Guardiola's quality. They've got Stones back, which is massive for them. I think, did you say Kanji's back, Savva?
Yeah. That's
big. So I think defensively, Man City are better equipped to manage our attacking threat than what our defence is.
It's a long shot, Stelios. Sorry to interrupt you. It's a long shot what I'm saying at the moment.
You know what I mean? Alex, I see where you're coming from. Looking at the two starting lineups, the bench we've got is Spence, Hardy, who the fuck's Hardy? Gray, Bergvall, Alusi, Johnson, Werner and Lancashire. I think our bench is shocking. I think we've got a piss poor bench if we need to make changes. What's Man City's bench, Savva?
Man City's bench has got the likes of Grealish, De Bruyne. They've got a few others. Hang on 1 second.
No, Savva, it's okay. Stop there. Their bench is better than ours, right?
Yeah.
They've got a few youngsters there, though. They have got a few youngsters there. But to be fair,
Grealish and De Bruyne change the game. We've got no one to change the game. I think it's going to be a shootout. Whichever defense buckles first will end up conceding. And then as the game goes on, if changes need to be made, I think that's where City win it, Savva. I think they've got a stronger squad going into this game than Spurs. So I will go based on the starting lineups, especially the bench. I think City win this. I'm not going to predict the score, but a City win at best, Spurs nick a draw. But I think
that's what
they've just got the game changers. We don't have the game changers. We don't have them. And in the Carabao Cup, Pep didn't bring on the game changers like Haaland. He will today.
This is going to be interesting. They've got Ake on the bench, Grealish on the bench, De Bruyne on the bench, Nunez on the bench, and then they've got some kids on the bench. But I mean, look, there's two or three game changers there. Matheus Nunes, Grealish, De Bruyne obviously being the main one. Look, I think this is going to be a really open game. I think this is going to be really, really open. I think what gives me hope for Spurs is the fact that there is no Kovacic. Like, obviously, losing Rodri, we knew he wasn't there, but losing Kovacic as well changes the dynamic of their midfield massively. Yeah. So now you've got Rico Lewis in there. I just wonder whether or not we might see from Pep maybe a cheeky John Stones kind of going into that midfield area as the number 6. I don't know.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but that's the sort of thing he does. Look, we've got the attacking talent, guys. We've scored goals this season. Scoring goals hasn't been the issue, which is why I get so frustrated when I keep seeing people go, oh, our problem is we get the ball in the box, but we don't punish teams. Well, we're the top goal scorers in the Premier League, so we can't be doing too bad. My question is going to be, Alex, I'll ask you, around what Stel just said, it's looking like it's going to probably be Phil Foden. I think Foden will probably play in the middle, and I reckon Silva will probably be on the right, Savio on the left some way.
Yeah.
But whether it's Savio, Foden, Silva up against Porro and Udogie, who aren't the greatest defenders, do you think that's where the game's going to be won or lost for City?
Well, certainly, definitely, because I don't rate them as defenders. I think they get lost, and that's it. So that's really where the midfield comes into it, whether they can help the wing, the fullbacks out, and that's it really. And that's where my question mark on the midfield is. Why I don't like that midfield still, and that's it for me. So yeah, listen, it's going to be interesting. I think we're going to have to really take our chances, Savva. I don't agree with you about the attack. I know we score a lot of goals, but I just don't. I think because we are very much a attacking team, that's why we score goals, and that's it.
Yeah, but Alex, we do score goals. Whatever we want to say, the only other team that can match us for goals this season is Chelsea.
No, I agree with you. I say they score goals, but I'm not there with them.
Can I say something here,
I'm not
guys?
there with them. I'm not saying they're great.
No, you're right about, because factually we do score more goals. But
guys, can I say something? I've just seen something that's made me actually worry now. If we play transitional counter-attacking football, we can punish Man City.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
As much as I dislike them, Johnson and Werner are the best players for us to do that because they've got the pace. Kulu hasn't got the pace. Son, he's not that left-sided player that he used to be, okay? So it looks to me the team that he's going with isn't for that counter-attack. It's to try and push City back, which means we're going to push up. Davies and Dragusin in a high line is suicide. If I look at the attacking lineup, I'm not seeing transition. I'm seeing Ange ball. Ange ball with these centre-backs, I think we're in trouble. Just looking at it again. If Werner and Johnson were on the pitch, I'd be cursing because they're shit. But in my head, I'd be thinking, is Ange going for counter-attack? The fact he's not doing that means we're pushing up, which for me is a bad sign with the centre-backs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you think.
No, I agree. By the way, the thing that concerns me more than today is Decky being bought by City in the summer. That's a very out there random comment. I don't think he's good enough to get in their team. That's just my opinion. I think Man City can buy a lot better than Kulusevski, if we're going to be brutally honest. I keep hearing rave reviews about Kulu, but for a guy who's been our best player, he's only got 2 goals and 2 assists all season playing in that number 10 role. For me, I need more. Sorry, guys. He's a good player.
You don't need to apologise. I agree with you. I
just need to see more. Like the way we hype players is just unbelievable. Like I'm looking at today. You look at Cunha of Wolves. Cunha's got 5 goals for Wolves from midfield. He's playing for a team in the bottom 3. Kulu for me should be on 5 or 6 goals. But anyway, that's a different story. It's going to be interesting to see still. Because one of the things leveled at this manager is, can he change a formation? For me, I don't think he has. I think this is literally going to be, guys, I could be wrong. It's been known, not very often, but sometimes I'm wrong. I've got a feeling this is literally just going to be Kulu out to the right and Maddison into the middle. That's what I think he's going to do. But you're right still. I didn't think of it like that. You've got the 2 players that with pace that get in behind are now not on the pitch. So this is going to be a real interesting matchup here. I'm really looking forward to it.
I don't think we're set up for counter-attack. I think we're set up to play Ange ball. I think he's going to try and take the game to them, which means high line. And if he does high line with Foden, Savio, Haaland, we might as well just kiss the game goodbye.
That's stupid.
If that's how it plays out, which is what it looks like to me.
You have to see what happens, really, isn't it? Really, but that's a good point, to be honest with you. Still, to be honest with you, I think of it like that. The only reason why I was happy because I like Maddison. I like Maddison, and I think he's just not. The thing that what I want to see from Maddison today is that him being that number 10. I don't want him coming back. I don't want him doing that. I want him up there. I want him up there, and I think the team needs. But
the problem about that today, Alex. The way Man City play and have most of the football dictates that all of our players will look. When teams beat City, I'm not saying they're unbeatable. Of course, they've lost 4 games in a row. But Man City, we all know when they're beaten, it's not because teams are outplaying them. It's because teams are very good at getting at their weakness, which is their high line, right? For me, the problem is James Maddison will be back defending most of the game, like the rest of the team. And this is the thing. On the transition, have we got that pace on the transition to hurt them?
No.
I'm just chucking questions. I don't know.
No, we don't.
Maybe we have. Maybe we haven't.
No, we don't.
I'm just asking questions.
No.
Can I ask? Look, a lot's been made, guys, of obviously the centre halves being out. And for me, I don't think either centre half has played well this year, if I'm going to be honest anyway. But they are the best partnership. If you're Erling Haaland right now, and you're Pep Guardiola talking to Erling Haaland, what's your message, knowing that he's up against an untested, really, Dragoshin, an unproven Dragoshin, and an aging squad player in Ben Davies? What are you thinking if you're Haaland? What are the instructions to him?
Mate, Dragusin playing out from the back has shown he's very, very shaky this season. And Dragusin in a high line doesn't work. Ben Davies, he doesn't play well in a back 2. He's better in a back 3 as a centre-back. Otherwise, he's a left fullback, not a wing-back. And he's going to play in a back 2. So I think today, unless Dragusin and Davies both sit deep and stay deep in that 2, anything outside of that, you're telling Haaland, attack the space they're going to leave. Press them when they play out from the back because they're both terrible at it. Press them when they receive the ball from the goalie and look for the space behind. You're going to get a lot of joy today. That's kind of what I would look for if I was.
I mean, Alex, off the back of that, we kind of saw, well, I say kind of, we saw this back 2 play against Galatasaray. And Victor Osimhen, how that guy should have broken European records for the number of goals scored in one game. He had chance after chance. We're now the next level up from Osimhen. We're now the top. Listen, there aren't better strikers in the world than Haaland in terms of. I know what you've said about him in the past, but in terms of putting the ball in the net,
he's a good
this is the elite player. Surely the instruction to Davis and Dragoshin has been: you stay on the edge of your box. Surely it is: do not leave space in behind for Foden to thread balls into Haaland. Surely, Alex.
I think it's really for him to really make himself just cause havoc. Just cause havoc because this is the opportunity for him. But one thing I like about Haaland, well, I've had my issues with him a little bit sometimes. I can't have my issues anymore because my strike force is absolute bang average anymore. I ain't got Harry Kane to fight him anymore. So
nothing to do with the fact he scored about 100 goals in 100 games.
Yeah, he scores goals. Yeah. He's all good. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I've got my issues. He only averages a goal a game for 2 years.
No. It's more out of sight. But that was more, you know.
I know, mate.
But I love the fact that against Arsenal, when they were drawing, he didn't like it. He had this thing about him. He was like, "No, I'm not happy about that," and it just had that little, mischief sort of thing about him. Just had to rattle some of the opposition up a little bit. I kind of like that sort of mischief sort of side of him. And I just think, for me at the moment, I think today he's got to score. He's got to score. He's been missing chances recently for Man City, and that's cost them. That has cost them in games, especially the 4 games they've lost in a row. So he's going to have to score. He's going to have to score and take his chances, definitely. And he should do. But if he doesn't, that's where we've got a chance. Now, I don't think it should be a chance. I think we should be I think Man City should be completely ripping us apart. You know what I mean? Especially what Stelios has said, because I think that's a very good point, Stelios. Don't get used to it, though, me agreeing with
I
you,
won't.
mate.
Don't worry, I won't. Alex.
But, you know,
Yeah,
but,
please
I
don't
won't,
go into a
yeah.
comfort zone, all right? Don't
Yeah.
you dare. By the way, anybody that was happy, Aston Villa have equalised at home to Crystal Palace 2-2, and there are 13 minutes. So
Who
just
scored?
quickly, I will let you know in a few seconds. The Aston Villa goal was, I know that Ollie Watkins got the first. My app is going to play up.
Because Digne came on as a sub, didn't he?
I'll let you know. It's
Barkley scored.
Barkley. I like Ross Barkley. I've always liked Ross
Barkley as well.
Just quickly, so I'm just going to let everyone know what this has done to the Premier League table, guys. Tottenham Hotspur are in the bottom half of the table going into this game tonight. The way the table looks, Liverpool have 28, City in second on 23, Chelsea, Arsenal and Brighton all on 22 points, separated by goal difference.
Wow.
Brighton on 20, Forest are on 19, Fulham, Newcastle, Aston Villa are on 19, Forest are on 19, Fulham and Newcastle are on 18, Brentford on 17, Tottenham Hotspur in 11th place on 16 points. Guys, the reason why I mention that is, yes, it's very tight, but you lose today, suddenly the gap to those clubs is up to 6. Before you know it, you've got some tough games. The gap is 9. We've got to just not lose this, surely, still by a hook or crook. Sorry, or Alex, whoever was next. Surely today is grind out a point. Do what we can't normally do. Grind out something here, because if we lose and go into the second, go into December in the bottom half, that's really poor, isn't it?
It's poor. But if I'm really going on my prediction on where we're gonna finish, I'm not really surprised though, Savva, if I'm really honest, especially with the squad we've got. Well, are we expected to beat Man City? No. So really, it's just really about, if we can get a point, great. Do not get thrashed. Do not get thrashed, because if he gets thrashed, then there's a problem, because then there's a Villas-Boas situation. Remember Villas-Boas after Man City? It didn't look back after that. It went completely downhill after that, didn't it? So,
and Alex, getting smashed would also chip away at that goal difference that we've built up. We've actually got a good goal difference of +10. I'm not saying we will, by the way, but if you lose 3 or 4-0, suddenly the goal difference is the same as all the other clubs, whilst being in the bottom half.
Exactly. So that's why I think at the moment, I'm not worried about this game. I'm just worried. I think the only thing that will concern me is we get thrashed. That's when you can worry that much. But I don't think, for the life of me, that we will get thrashed. I just don't think so. I don't think we're that sort of team, Savva.
I don't think there's any excuses today. Sorry, guys. I'm going to be brutally honest. I don't think there's any excuses, right? Bournemouth beat Man City. Are we saying Bournemouth have got a better squad and a better scouting and investment system than Spurs?
I like some of the players at Bournemouth and Tottenham's players right now.
So would I, Alex. But are we saying they've got a better squad? We've spent a lot of money, right? There's no excuses. This manager said, I knew what I was walking into. They're my players, right? But even if the manager Areola didn't get all the signings he wanted, we're not going to sit here and say that Bournemouth are suddenly bigger and better than Spurs. They beat Man City. We beat Man City in the Carabao Cup. Van der Ven went off injured in that game. I think Romero got injured as well, partly. We managed to beat them. There's no excuses. If we lose, we lose. It happens. But it's the way we lose. So if today we get pummeled, sorry, I want Ange out. If we lose narrowly and we gave it a good go and City are just better than us, we can accept that. They've got better players and a better manager.
That's the way you're saying it. That's
if
what I'm saying, Stelios.
Hats off to the team. It's going to need a lot of luck for that to happen as well. But if we get pummeled, I'm sorry, man. I'm not accepting that, because I've seen Bournemouth beat Man City, and was De Bruyne playing in that game? I'm sure they had injuries in that game.
No.
I've seen Brighton beat Man City. I've seen Sporting Lisbon thrash Man City. Okay, Man City missed a lot of chances, but they put theirs away. So for me, are we better than Sporting Lisbon, Brighton, Bournemouth? Because if the answer is no, what is going on at the club with the manager, the recruitment? So today, So today, look, I'm just saying it as it is, man. When teams lost games in the last couple of weeks, we said, oh, you can't use the excuse that you've got injuries, because when we had injuries last season, you said that's part of the game. Well, guess what, guys? Now we've got injuries again. It's part of the game. That's why we signed 6 players in the summer, right, to fix this. He's only starting one of those signings.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't like my side. I don't like it.
Here.
I agree with you, Stelios.
The thing is, as well, when you look at it, and the thing that's given me a glimmer of hope. Look, before today, I was very much like, also before yesterday, I was like, City have won this. The glimmer of hope for me is that midfield area. Now, I think Rico Lewis is an exceptional young player. I think he's going to go on and have a brilliant career. He can play right back, left back, centre mid. He's just a brilliant footballer. Is he the guy you want to run your midfield at this stage? I'm not sure. Now, no. Gundogan, we know, is an exceptional footballer. He's been there, seen it, done it. Has he got the legs? We know he's got the passing range. We know he's got the intelligence. We know he's a brilliant player. Has he got the legs? So for me, the biggest news this week that's come out of both camps for me was Kovacic coming back injured. That for me has spun it a little bit. But I 100% agree with you still. If we lose this game, there's no shame in it in a one-off. Listen, will I be pissed off that we've lost 6 from 12? Of course, because I don't rate the manager. But if you lose this game in isolation and it's 2-1, but we've really battled hard and we've given it a go, fine. But don't get to the end of this game and we go, we've been completely outplayed. We've lost 4-0. It can't be that. So I don't think it's going to be that. I said this morning, I think it's going to be 2-1 to City. I think it will be a 2-1 narrow win to City. But you just don't know. Does Foden and Haaland and such, do they come out firing? Do they come out? I don't know.
The thing is, Savva, if we get battered, I don't want to hear any more people tell me we are progressing, because last year we drew 3-3 and we had a lot of players out. We drew 3-3 with no Kane. We had defensive issues, right?
Yeah.
So if we get battered, we are not progressing, especially when City have got both of their number 6s out, which we know are crucial to the way they play. If Spurs get hammered today, the argument of we've progressed ends. It has to end. We have gone backwards. If we get battered. If we lose, like you said, I agree. If we lose narrowly,
if we open up still. Like, I don't see any teams going to Man City and opening up. Listen, again, I will reiterate this for anyone that's not heard this week. All of Man City's defeats have been away from home, right? All of them. They haven't lost at home. It's exactly a year to this week, by the way, guys. It's a year, 2 years to the week that Brentford beat them at the Etihad. I don't ever see a team go to the Etihad and try and play Man City at football. And there's a reason why you don't see that, right? It's not that they're not brave. It's that Man City do it better than you. Whoever you is, if it's Spurs, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City do it better than everyone else. So for me, I don't want to see us go there, play an open game. We lose 3-1 and everyone goes, oh, at least we gave it a go. No, these are the games where you've got to grind out a point. These are an Arsenal, by the way, are 3-0 up for anyone that cares. Arsenal back on winning tracks today. They are 3-0 up. I'll let you know the goal scorer in a minute. But does that make sense, guys?
Yeah,
Keep it tight. I want the instructions to be right. Dragusin and Davis drop to the edge of the penalty area. Porro, Adogi, drop in with them. Make that a natural flat back 4. Basuma and Sarr come and sit in front and protect. Make City break you down. Yeah. Don't leave spaces where we go on, City play. Make them. Because when you watch these teams play City, the way to frustrate a team like City is the way people try to frustrate Pep's Barcelona. 10 men behind the ball, and you're making them move the ball for 90 minutes. You're making them find a gap. If we give them gaps, that's when I'll know that this manager's not learning. Sorry, I've waffled a bit there, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think you're making good points.
You're basically saying he's got to adapt.
He's got to. Yeah.
He's got to adapt. Yeah.
He's really got to. The Arsenal goal, by the way, the Arsenal third goal, Ethan Nwaneri, their youngster, he's got a couple now, isn't he? Old Ethan Nwaneri. But yeah, it's like games like today. You look, Everton are 0-0 with Brentford, but Brentford are away from home, down to 10 men. Looks like at the moment they're grinding it out. That's what we've got to do. And Wolves have gone 3-1 up at Fulham. Wolves are Wolves slowly turning a corner. They've gone 3-1 up, 3-1 up at Fulham, and Fulham will be kicking themselves. If they had won tonight, Fulham at home, Fulham would have been 6th. In the Europa League, I know it's early days, in the Europa League positions, 1 point behind Chelsea, Arsenal and Brighton. As it stands, Wolves are currently out of the bottom 3. Southampton, Ipswich and Palace are the bottom 3. Wolverhampton Wanderers have moved up into 17th. So they've not lost for 2 or 3 now. So I like O'Neill. I think O'Neill will be a good manager in the future. And Cunha has got another goal. He's got 6 goals from midfield this season.
Have we played Wolves yet this season?
No.
So they're turning a corner as we're due to play them soon.
Of course. Of course. Of course.
This looks like a coach. It looks like he's a good coach, O'Neill. That's the thing. That's the difference, isn't it? And that's why I don't. Well, you know what I feel about Ange.
He's lost a lot of good players over the years, man.
That's the thing. Is you lose good players. You got to use the players that you got and try and make the best out of the players that you got, isn't it? So.
By the way, I'm not saying we're going to lose. When all this talk of like if we're going to lose this, listen. If he masterminds a win away at the Etihad, absolutely hats off to him. Yeah. Our fan base will be unbearable. Listen, I want to win, but the fan base will be unbearable with title talk and all this kind of stuff. But can we go there? Yeah. And again, the Hitman has said something to you still. Would you like this guy? Cracks me up. He's got all the excuses in the world, this guy. We have our first choice centre-backs out.
So we signed Ashley Phillips and Dragusing under Ange, 2 centre-backs, so that if we have injuries to the centre-backs, we've got players to come in. If those players that come in can't do the job, then why did Ange sign them? And if you can't adapt to when players are missing, you shouldn't be the manager. When Harry Kane got injured in the Champions League, we changed our tactics and went Morrison up top, and we got through to the final because Poch adapted. So if Ange can't adapt and the signings he signed in don't fit the pedigree required, then the manager at any other club questions would be asked. But Spurs, because we love him so much, he just gets a free ride.
Well, basically, backup.
I disagree. I disagree with what you're saying there, because that to me means he's not building a squad then. Because players can come in and out. He's not building a squad. Couldn't
we say that we could then say that, well, aren't Man City missing their best 2 central midfielders?
Well,
doesn't it work? It doesn't. This is the thing. When injuries are used as an excuse every week, every club can sit there and say he was missing today. It's a squad for a reason. You go into a season with a squad.
But do you know what cracks me up? The people saying we're missing our 2 best centre-backs are the same people that have been slamming Romero for being shit and saying, drop Romero for Dragusing.
Right.
So one of the players you wanted to come in is now playing.
Yeah. Yeah, you know? Absolutely.
Yeah, he's come back as well, saying that Man City were giving Man City grace, but Man City don't moan about losing their best player. They're trying to make.
Where did I give Man City grace?
He's moaning about. You know, I'd love to have this guy on because I was rinsing my piece.
I'm not giving Man City grace. But Man City win the league every year. Man City win trophies. They deliver.
And they don't moan. They're not moaning. They're not moaning about injuries. They're saying, well, we've got the injury of Rodri, and I think I can't pronounce his name. But at the moment, they're not moaning about it. They're trying to think of another way to adapt. So I don't know what else to say. And back onto what he's saying, if you're saying that we've got a bit of 2 centre-backs out, well then Dragusing's just a backup then. So why are we buying him for? Why are we buying him for?
We spent £30 million. I don't want him in my club. Spent £30 million. If you
want backups, get Sanchez back then. Get Sanchez back then. He's a backup. Get Dyer back then. You know, Virgil van Dyer back. You know what I mean? It don't make sense. You know what I mean? It's a squad.
Do you know what cracks me up, right? We've signed... I put this on my YouTube channel yesterday on the community page. I listed the 13 signings under Ange, okay? And I asked this question. We've signed 13 players, spent over £300 million. Other than Van der Ven, name me one of those signings that takes Spurs to the next level. Nobody gave me an answer because everyone said there's no one that actually takes us up the next level.
Yeah,
but
sure.
let's talk about the 2 centre-backs missing and not the 13 players that could have been coming into this team to help us. I don't get it, guys. I don't understand.
Well,
I just
the thing
don't
is,
understand.
Bobby, big up Bobby Andrews. Hope you're well, mate. Said injuries are a part of football. I think for us, when VDV is out, we struggle because there is zero pace and Ange won't change his tactics. Now, this is the big thing, Bobby.
Correct.
See, if one of your best players is out and he is the main man, that means you can play a higher line. For me, I think I make you right. That's where the manager has to go, okay, all right, let's not play that higher line. Right. So for me, listen, I agree with you. Look, at the end of the day, I think all clubs have players missing. I never, ever let any club use that as an excuse. Brighton beat Tottenham when they had 6 to 7 first-team players missing, right? Brighton just got on with it. They found a way. He made changes. He adapted, and he beat Tottenham 3-2. Today, we're missing 2 centre-halves, but hang on, these are the same centre-halves that finished the game against Villa and Man City that we won. And I was one of them saying, I thought they defended really well, right? So if we could beat City at home and everyone was telling me it was a strong Man City team, all right, well, we've got the same centre-back pairing that ended that game. No excuse. This is the squad, by the way, that Ange wanted to go into the season with. He said, I do not want to buy any more defenders. I do not want to block the path for Vuskovic and Phillips. Fine. So these are the centre-backs. Also, gentlemen, I'm going to take you back to just under a year ago where the fan base were losing their mind at signing Dragusin away over Bayern Munich. This shows how big a club we are. And by the way, I'm not having a dig at Dragusin. I think Dragusin's a good defender, not in this system. I think Dragusin in a back three, when you're saying go and defend, is a good defender. But it's gone from, oh my God, look, we've signed Dragusin. We beat Bayern Munich to him. We're in the right path to, oh, Dragusin's playing today, so we're going to lose. Whoa. Hang on. You all wanted him. Everyone wanted this guy. But hey, look, I think both clubs are missing players. I think it's going to be a very open game. That I can pretty much guarantee. Do you agree, gents?
Yeah. I think
the thing is, Savva, I think my brain, my heart says Spurs can get a draw because of what I've seen in the past in these games, but my brain is saying to me still, if one team needs to make changes to just win it, look at their bench, look at ours. It's a no-brainer. City have got this at home. I'm all my money is on a City win only because I just feel they've got the players to bring on and turn the screw on us, and I don't think we do. So,
by the way, just quickly, Everton 0, Brentford 0 is a full-time result. Wolves are 4-1 up at Fulham. Wow. What a win that is. You think how bad Spurs away form is? We've won as many games away from home as Wolves, who were in the bottom 3 today. And Guedes with a goal in the 95th minute. Arsenal has just finished 3-0 against Forest. So Arsenal are now up into the top 4. As I said, Everton has finished. Bournemouth have pulled one back against Brighton. Bournemouth 1, Brighton 2. That game's in the 97th minute. Villa Palace is 2-2 in the 96th minute. And the other game going live, I think that's all of them. So at the moment, I can't see any more goals going in, but that would leave them lot down the road in 4th place. They're behind Chelsea on goal difference. So Arsenal may be hoping...
They're tied on goal difference, Savva.
They are tied. Sorry, yeah, they scored another one. Yeah, they're tied on goal difference. So Chelsea, they're 1-6, drawn 4, lost 2. Identical records. And I think that Chelsea will be top above them because of goals scored, if I'm not wrong. It will be because they've scored 2 more goals.
Yeah, right.
At the moment, those other 3 games have not finished. I'll let you know as soon as they do finish. But so far, Arsenal winning, Brighton winning. So the teams above us are winning. The only one that hasn't is Aston Villa, who are still playing. But guys, I want to look at a positive and a negative scenario here, right? I want to start. Villa has finished 2-2, by the way. So Villa have moved on to 19 points. They are 3 points above us at the moment, Aston Villa.
That's dropped points for them.
Like, it could massively drop points. Yeah, they're not in good form, Aston Villa, at all. They're not in good form.
No.
If we lose today, Joe, we'll do the positive in a minute, but if we lose today, Man United win tomorrow, we could be 12th. Now, there's going to be ways of spinning it. Yeah, I'm saying if Man U win, we could be 12th. If they don't, we could be 11th, right? But if we lose today, we will end the weekend in the bottom half, whatever happens. Now, you'll have the people that spin it positively, Alex, to, well, we're only 6 points off of Chelsea and Arsenal, who are in third and fourth. And then you'll have the people that go, well, hang on, that's now 6 defeats from 12 and 4 defeats from our last. If I'm not wrong, I think if we lose today, hold the line, that will be 4 defeats from our last 6 games. Is that, I don't know the word I'm looking for. Is that sustainable? 6 defeats from 12, 4 defeats from 6. I mean, at what point does Levy, forget what we think of him, at what point does Levy go, what is happening? Like, I've spent 400 million. What is happening?
For me, I don't like the manager, so I would rather get somebody else who's a coach. But looking at the form, it's terrible. It's not great. I don't like the football, so that's another thing as well. I'm not really great with the football at the moment. So really, at the moment, for me, I wouldn't be bothered if he goes. No, but if I'm looking at it from the club's point of view, it don't look good sacking another manager after how many games and not seeing it through. It's going to put a lot of doubt into my mind now, for me, that you can't do it. But at the same time, if we do make that decision, do I trust them to make the right decision to get another guy in? No, I don't. Because now I'm saying, like I said before, and I'm saying it again, I'd rather have Paratici back at my club because Johan Lang's absolutely useless. So if I can't trust them to do that right and do those things right, at the moment, I'm torn. I'm torn at the moment. They can get that right at the moment. That's the thing. But in saying that, the form is I'm not enjoying it at the moment, Savva. I'm not enjoying it because I'm saying the same things. I'm repeating myself. You know what I mean? Yes, there's certain games we look good, but it's something just not clicking with me at the moment. It isn't. It just isn't. You know what I mean? And I think we are more a counter-attacking team for me. I don't think we changed from Conte. I don't think we have changed from Conte's days. I don't think we have. That's
just quickly,
me.
Alex. Sorry, just quickly. I just want to bring this up. So Sky on the actual game, I've changed over to Sky Sports 1, if anyone wants to know where it is. Sky have got this down for Man City as a 3-2-4-1 with Walker, Akanji and Vardy on a back 3. Stones and Lewis. See, I'm a tactical genius, guys. Stones and Lewis in a 2 with Savinho, Silva, Gundogan, Foden behind Haaland. I know we've jumped about a bit here, but
no.
Do you guys see that happening, or do you think it'll go with a flat back 4?
He could change throughout the game. He could change throughout the game. It depends on what the way he does things. I think the interesting one would be Stones. I think Stones plays that role very, very well for him. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's why he's technically brilliant. He looks really good. That just shows you what a great coach Guardiola is. The way that he's changed him. You see what I'm saying? He's developed him, really got a hold of him and said, yeah, this is what your role is. And he's really come to the fore. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how that works. And that's it. I think it'd be interesting to see how they take towards our pressing, because we do press. I mean, again, I'm only saying what I see and that's it. But we do press very well as a team. We do that. But the players that do that very well are not on the pitch.
Alex, look what he's done, right? A 3-2-4. If you press with a 4-3-3, you're effectively pressing 6 against 9. So he's created the overload. So he'll be able to have 2 options on each pass to play out from the press. That's what the 3-2-4 will do. Secondly, when our front 3 and the 2 attacking mids push in, it's 5-on-5. So he's thinking, I'll nullify that. And then when he puts it into midfield, he's got 2, then 4. He's going to have a 3-on-6. What Pep's doing, if he goes with that tactic, 3-2-4-1, is he's creating an overload defensively and an overload in midfield to dominate possession at the back and in midfield. Haaland's isolated. So I think he's hoping Spurs will push up, Haaland will exploit. So he's going to, I think Pep's trying to draw Spurs in with this. If he goes with that tactic. I just mapped it out and I'm just thinking, that's what I think.
Do you know what, Stel? Do you know what? We talked about this the other night. As I said, do you remember a couple of years ago when Man City were in bad form? They came to White Hart Lane and we beat them 1-0. And Pep did his, the title's gone. It was like January. The title's gone. Arsenal have won it. Congratulations. And you knew, hang on, mate, there's no way you're giving up. This is what he did. He actually came back 2 weeks later after that international break, and it was stones into the midfield to shore it up. We're almost, I think, seeing the same thing again. I think you're 100% right, mate. It creates overloads. You know, it means that with Kulu, you know he's not really going to go on the outside, but you know that Vardial's got the ability to go out from that left-sided centre-half and cover him. You know that on the right-hand side, Kyle Walker's got the pace. You know that Akanji has got the pace and the power in the middle. Stones can always drop back into the middle as well. I love managers that do stuff like this. Yeah. I love this. You look at the opposition and go, how do we nullify? Now, does it work? I don't know. But still, I want to ask you a question off the back of what Alex said. And this is, sorry, Alex, I'm going to completely disagree with you on this one. Sorry, mate. I know this is an echo chamber, apparently. We're only allowed to agree with each other.
No, you're right.
For me, Stel, what I want to start separating, should Ange be the manager and Spurs have sacked managers before, as 2 different conversations. I'm getting a bit fed up that the only reason you keep a manager is because, well, we don't want to change another one. For me, in no other walk of life does that exist. Yeah, if you go to work and you're not doing well, you're sacked. Do you understand what I mean? Do you agree? Do you agree with Alex? Does it live somewhere in the middle? What do you make of it?
Yeah, like when fans say things like, we can't keep sacking managers. Well, we can if they're the wrong manager.
Right.
We can if they're not good at the job. Right. You go back to what you said earlier when you were chatting to Alex. If we lose today, we will have the joint worst losing record in the Premier League, other than the team that's bottom and Crystal Palace. We will have the worst losing record in the league, the joint 3rd worst in the league. In what world is that okay? In what planet is this acceptable?
Do you know the only 2 that, if we lose today, do you know the only 2 teams in the league that would have lost more?
The bottom 2.
Crystal Palace and one other.
Not Crystal Palace. We'd be level with Crystal Palace.
Oh, really? Leicester?
Nope. We'd be level with Leicester.
Wow.
So one is Southampton, who have lost 9.
Yeah, Southampton. Yeah.
And the other one is Wolves, who have lost 7. So we would be joint 3rd bottom of defeats after 12 games if we lose today.
Yeah, so like you're regressing, and you know, if that 6-point gap to 4th becomes 9, Ange is going to get a warning. He will be given a warning because Levy doesn't care about fans, trophies. He cares about numbers and money. He'll look at the league table, he'll look at the numbers and say, right, how many more games can we afford to lose before top 4's off and I lose that income from Champions League? How many more games do I think we need to win and the rest need to lose? And they've all got to lose for me to close the gap, and we must win. Yeah. Once he gets to 9 points, Ange will get a warning. When it goes to 12 or beyond, I think he gets fired. I just don't see how this board will support that financially. So for me, if he loses today, you can change manager. You can change manager. Look, I think for fans like us, we're looking for one thing and one thing only. Can we see progress? How do we measure progress? We don't see it as winning a trophy or getting top 4 because we've been there before. We see progress as Can we be fucking consistent? Show me some consistency over 5 to 10 games, and then I can say, guys, I think we're progressing. We're actually churning out results. We're actually digging in. We're digging our heels in and finding a way. And when we're winning good. When we're not playing well, we're still managing to survive the game and somehow nick a win or just at least get the draw. But when it's win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, mate, you can't operate like that. It's just no consistency. It's a roller coaster. You can't do that.
Completely agree with you. By the way, talking about roller coasters, guys and girls, there's 544 people in here. So big up to you. 22 minutes out from kickoff. 544 people, only 140 likes. That is absolutely shocking. And we've only had 3 new subs. Guys, we're on our way to 14,500. Can we please smash that button and start getting some momentum, please, which is what we want Spurs to have. Please subscribe to Tottenham Away as well. Please go and subscribe to Mr. Box Office TV. If my mods would be so kind to put the links in the chat. But listen, these are things that I'm asking for free. No matter what anyone tells you about, I want Spurs to lose because I make more money. Completely not true. Anybody who tells you that clearly isn't earning enough on YouTube to understand how YouTube revenue works. If anyone would like a tutorial, please write to me. T's and C's and conditions apply. Look, guys, on the flip side, we've done that. Okay, we lose. It's bad. We win tonight. Tottenham go on to 19 points, and let's see what that would do for us. If we win tonight, we are in 6th. We'll go above Nottingham Forest and Villa on goal difference. We are 6th, 3 points off 3rd again, and the roller coaster continues. So a win today could be huge for the club, but like Stel said, Alex, lose today, the gap starts to go like that, then that, then that, then that. And we got some tough games coming up. So, listen, a win today could be a huge morale boost for Spurs, couldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. It definitely would be. And it's but at the same time, Savva, I will be calm because at the end of the day, we've done this before. We've done this under Conte.
For sure.
So this is where I'm not going over the top because at the end of the day, I still feel the way I still feel at the moment. Nothing's changing at the moment. Nothing's shaking my moment at the moment. So, but I will give them credit. Yeah, cool, good, right. But move on to next game now. You know what I mean? You know, It's like let's see how you do now because this is going to be tough. I've looked at the fixtures and don't. It's not till this December. It's till January. It's till January because we've got the FA Cup and we've got Europe still in January. So this is not a tough period just now. This is a tough period till the end of January, I think it is. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
you're right.
So you know these injuries are going to continue. The only thing that might be a saving grace at the moment is that Europe we're actually not too bad, even though the Galatasaray loss, the wins that even though we've got luck with some of the wins in Europe, we might be through quite soon in that. So we might not need to play our full team so much. But if we're complaining about loads of games now, we've got till through till the end of January for this.
Alex, we've got 9 in December. 9.
Yeah, and I think it continues in January. And we've got Arsenal as well in January as well after the FA Cup.
Alex, if we lose this game, that'll be Galatasaray, Ipswich, City in a row. Yeah. Suddenly, that Roma game doesn't look so good.
Oh yeah. But
then, God forbid you lose the Roma game because he's going to have to rotate with the injuries, suspensions, and Premier League games coming up. In the Premier League, he'll be put under pressure by the board because we need Champions League. If he loses today, then loses to Roma. Suddenly, you're at the top 8 of the automatic qualifying for Europe. Now we're under pressure in that competition, and it all ramps up, right? So, for me today, if we lose, I think this gets bad quickly. It worsens quickly for me because we've got so many games.
Let's look at this as well. A game I forgot to mention. We talked about Man U first game tomorrow under Ruben Amorim. Going to be interesting to see. Does he come straight in and go for the 3-4-3? Whatever. So if Man United win that, They go above us. This team that have been dreadful and the worst ever start to their Premier League's career. Premier League career history is what I'm looking for.
The team we battered 3-0 in their backyard, Savva.
Right.
We battered them in their backyard.
But Monday night still. Monday night is Newcastle United at home to West Ham. If Newcastle win that, they'll go on to 21 points. They'll be 5 points above us. And if West Ham win that, they'll be 1 point behind us. So,
wow.
Right. Yeah. So all of these games. Huh?
And we battered West Ham 4-1. Imagine.
But this is the point. I agree with Alex. If we win today, listen, great. You've beaten City. We'll all be on a high. But my brain can't work it out. Palace defeat. Villa win. Ipswich defeat. City win. My brain can't work out what this football team is. And guys, I'm sorry. I know people are going to have a go at me. I did a watch along for Chelsea this afternoon. Chelsea looks super organised, right? And I did a whole bit on the tactics. Stell would have been pretty proud of this. I reckon I did a whole bit on the tactics with a tactics board as to how Chelsea actually set up to stifle with Enzo and Caicedo as a two. Their fullbacks actually stay at fullback and offer overlapping width. And then with Felix coming in from the left, him and Palmer act as two number 10s, leaving Madueke as the out ball for width. But what you noticed was when Cole Palmer got that ball in the number 10 position, guys, he didn't have 4 players on top of him. Whenever Cole Palmer had that ball, he had the space to look up, turn. He had a ball on the right, a ball on the left, a ball through the middle with Jackson. I watched the way they pressed, the way they played, the way they defended, and I thought, that's what Spurs fans think we are. Spurs fans think we are Maresca's Chelsea. If you watch them play, they've lost 2 games this season, City and Liverpool. They've only lost to the top 2. And by the way, from their 11 today, does anyone want to tell me how many players they had over the age of 23 from their starting 11 today?
Yeah, they've got a young squad, man.
I can't
3. Sanchez in goal, Felix, who's 25, and Cucurella, who's 25.
Savva, do you know what makes me laugh? All right. Last season, towards the end of the season, when we finished above Chelsea and the wheels came off as we kind of filtered out, so many fans, podcasters, YouTubers, I heard this 1,000 times, and I even heard it during the summer when we weren't spending big money on quality. This is what I heard. Spending big doesn't guarantee success. Look at Chelsea. Yeah, look at Chelsea, guys. Look at Chelsea. Look at
Spending
Chelsea.
big doesn't guarantee success, even though Chelsea have been the most have been the most decorated. Well, they're the most decorated team of the last 20 years, Chelsea.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty fair to say spend big on good players and have a good manager to then manage those good players. And you're in with a shout. Spend big on average players and then put an average manager. Guess what? You're going to be mid-table. I know a lot of people will disagree, but that's the reality of where Spurs are right now.
Mate, they just, honestly, I did the watch along on bigup.com and a little plug there for Big Up. I truly believe what I watched. I was like, look how organised they are. And the managers had 12 games. They looked truly organised at the back, really good in the middle. And Nicholas Jackson up front looks like a revelation at the moment. He was excellent today. Madueke, that boy, do you know what? The number of times he tries to take his man on the right, on the left. I'm watching this and going, this is what people think we are. People think we are this Chelsea team. We're not. We're really not.
Yeah, well, Madueke wasn't good enough for Spurs when we developed him. So there you go. That's Tottenham through and through.
They've got coaches. They've got coaches still. They've got coaches there that develop the players. And that.
Alex, he was good at Spurs. He was good at Spurs. He refused to sign a contract because he wasn't guaranteed to go into the first team. He wasn't guaranteed,
but the thing is, they've got coaches. They've got coaches there though. Still,
because we do it with all our youngsters. We do it with all our youngsters.
Maresca wants to use the players.
Al, do you know what's pissing me off right now? Do you know what's really pissing me off with football right now? At Spurs, project, process, plan, patience. Rome wasn't built in a day. Arne Slot, never been in the Premier League before. Is that a project? Is that a plan? Is that a process? One signing.
He's a coach.
Maresca never managed in the Premier League before. Went to a Chelsea team that everyone said it's a waste of money. Look at Chelsea. Is that a project? Is that a plan? Is that a process? Every other club, they just get on with it. At Spurs, project, plan, process, rebuild. It's almost like we make every excuse under the sun to defend managers, to defend signings, and to defend average players. We defend all our failings with words like rebuild and project. It doesn't happen at other clubs, man. Other clubs don't hide. They don't hide. We always hide. I don't get it.
But Silas, it's not a rebuild. It's not a rebuild.
I know. We're not rebuilding. It's not a project either.
We've been building since 2008. So I'm sorry, I'm not hearing this nonsense. But you know,
Project Youth. Where's the youth?
But
You're on the bench.
Where is the youth? Where's the youth? Project Youth. But we don't play them.
We don't play them. So like, listen, I always say this. I think Arne Slot is a coach.
Bang on, Chloe.
Arne Slot
Sorry,
is a coach.
just really quickly, bang on. This is the problem now. Chloe, I completely agree with you. This is the problem. When managers come in and they try and reinvent something that doesn't need to be reinvented, this is what you get, what we're seeing at Spurs, up and down. I don't know if either of you saw the other day, Robbie Keane did a show with, oh God, who did it with? Maybe Rio Ferdinand? I can't remember. And Robbie Keane just said, why is everyone overcomplicating football? Like, why are we overcomplicating it? Why are fullbacks not fullbacking? Why are centre-backs not centre-backing? Why has everyone got to do an inverted job where they tuck in here? And like Spurs, I will argue with anyone, should not be losing 5 out of the 11 we've played this season. I don't care what anyone says. But you ask anybody, you look at Chelsea's back four today, right? Cucurella. If I said to you, would you take Cucurella over Dogi? Most our fans would go, no. I'll take Cucurella all day over Dogi. The guy can defend, right? The guy can defend. They had Badashile, Colwell in the middle with Fofana at right back. But they could defend. They looked like a unit. They played as a 4. They got into every tackle. The fullbacks weren't playing on the halfway line. He looked like a back 4. He's been there 4 months, guys, the manager. He's been there 4 or 5 months. I just don't get why it's so difficult for Ange.
Because at Spurs, we want to reinvent the wheel. And make out we're doing something different to the rest of the world that works, when the reality is the wheel doesn't need reinventing, and if you try and reinvent it, it doesn't work, because the wheel is actually the best thing for a wheel. But there you go. Savva, listen, Alex, I've got to love you both and go, man. I've got to check. But
I've got to
thanks
watch
for having me on.
Yeah,
guys, I'm gonna listen. I was gonna kick you both in 3 minutes. You beat me to it, guys. Listen,
sorry.
No. Not only because I do the watch along bit on my own. Look, let me after the game, the link is there. Are you live tonight still?
We're live at 9:30, but I'll jump on yours for a bit after.
Yeah, no worries. Cool. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Listen, please get over and subscribe to Mr. Box Office and also to Tottenham Away. Big up to those guys.
See you later.
Thank you. Cheers, mate. Let's hope. Let's hope that John Carew turns up and not Erling Haaland today, guys and girls. I'm going to start asking the question from you lot. You know the team. I'm going to read it to you again, just in case you don't. The team is Vicario in goal, Pedro Porro, Radu Dragashin, Ben Davis, and Udogie. Sarr, Basuma, and Maddison, with Kulu, Son, and Solanke. The bench is Forster, Spence, Hardy, Gray, Bergvall, Ulasesi, Johnson, Werner, and Lancashire. Guys, girls, this is the time. What is your final score prediction? Let's get those score predictions in. A few people beat me to it. 4-2 to City. 4-1 to Spurs. Is that what you're saying, Terry? 4-0, Andy Williams. Bobby has said, I'm going to stay on tonight, Sav, for the watch-along. I don't usually, but this is going to be painful, so I need to vent every 3 minutes. I don't think it's going to be painful. I do think they're going to win, but I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be a battering. Let's hope I'm right. Okay, let's hope I'm right, and that some of you are wrong. By the way, before we do that, 7 big up. I said, big up, Sav. I got a bet for City to beat us 3-1. No, you can't back against your own team. Come on. You can't bet against your own team, mate. Big up to you. I hope you are well. Thank you. Just as Man City are parading Rodri on the pitch at the moment with his Ballon d'Or trophy. Here you go. With them without Rodri, Man City in the last 105 games, 70. Oh, hang on. There you go. Let's read that again. Man City, 78 games with him, 60 wins, 16 draws, and 2 defeats. Okay, 2 defeats, 27 without, 17 wins, 1 draw, 9 defeats. I mean, it speaks for itself. I mean, he is absolutely world class, isn't he? But big up 7. Don't back against your own team, mate. Mario with a super sticker. Big up to you, Mario. Thank you very much. Really do appreciate you. Thank you. You're always welcome on this channel, as you know. Let me get to a few more scores. They're coming in thick and fast. And do smash the like button. Only 194 likes. And we've only had 3 subscribers today, which is absolutely shocking. Come on, guys. We are 6.5 minutes from kickoff. Listen, this is where we are. I'm going to set a challenge. This is where we are, okay? Let's see. I don't get my revenue on there. 14,275. That's where we are. Can we get that to 14,000? Bless me. Can we get that to 14,300 before the end of today? 25 subs. Somebody please be so kind. Actually, do you know what? I can do it. It's really lazy when I ask people to do it for me. There is the link that I put in the chat. Oh, I've got a feeling I feel like I've got hay fever in December. Let's see if we can get another 25. The link is now in the chat. 2-2, says James. 3-1 City. 3-1 City. Gus thinks 3-2 to Spurs. 3-1 City. 4-1 City. 3-2 City. 4-0 City. 4-2 Spurs. Go on, Wayne. 3-1 City. 3-0 City, 3-0 City, 2-1 City, 3-1 City, 2-1 Spurs. Williams gone with 2-1 Spurs, 4-2 City. Big up Dan. Please go and subscribe to Dan at the Spurs Danalist. 4-1 City, he's gone. 3-1 City, 4-0 City. That's it. That's the one. There you go, Bruce. 5-0 to Spurs. 3-0, I'm guessing, to City. Haaland with a hat-trick, 5-1. Oh, I don't think it's going to be a battering. I think it's going to be tight. EJH said defence looks suspect, not expecting a clean sheet. Jackal has said, I've changed my mind from 6-2 to 3-1. Big up to you. 4-1 to City from Jono. Evening to Tom81. How you doing, bro? Said 5-1 City, I'm afraid. I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting this. I think it's going to be 2-1, maybe 3-1 City, but I'm seeing a lot of 4s and 5s getting pumped out there. City have Ballon d'Or. We have Carte d'Or. Love it. Andrew's gone 5-2. Bobby Andrews won 500 earlier. Do you know what's annoying, Bobby, then? Bobby's won 500 earlier and didn't even put this in a £5 super chat. Bobby Andrews. Just kidding, mate. Just kidding. Congrats. Earlier, I'm not sure we lose. I've bet 100 City, £100 City, 5-1 Haaland. Whoa. Wow, that's madness for you. That's madness. Joe has said if we lose by just a goal or 2, it would feel like a decent loss, if that makes sense. I hear you. I think, again, it all depends how we play. For me, it all depends how we play rather than the result. Ryman has gone with 9-8 to Man City. 9-8. Can you imagine a 9-8 game in the Premier League? Greg B of 11-5. 3-2 to either team. Oh, you can't sit on a fence like that. The teams are in the tunnel, by the way. There are 3.5 minutes to kick off. The teams are in the tunnel. It's going to be interesting what Man City comes out, what Spurs comes out. Both very, very, very crazy times for both clubs at the moment. Mario's gone with a 3-2 Spurs win. 2-0 City being positive. 5-2. Step too far. Patchy defense. Our shocking away record. It's a wrap. 3-1 City. Wow. Listen, let's hope Spurs shut us all up and win this game today. Let's throw some positivity out there into the world. He says, I don't think we will win, but we'll never know. Big up to each and every one of you. For those of you who have not been on my watch-alongs before, listen, you know I probably will go to the comments a little bit less when the game starts. Chloe's chucked in a 3-2 to City. Chloe, happy with your 2-2 draw at Villa today? Good away point for you guys. Let me know what you think. Stav, on a serious note, I am at the end of my tether with Ange and his tactics. I'm looking to see something different tonight. We cannot play with this high line gung-ho tactics, surely. Listen, I agree with you. I agree with you. But, hey, let's see. We could all be celebrating at the end of the day. We could all be celebrating. Let's see. I suppose, for me, the big thing is always going to be which Spurs turn up. Which Spurs turn up. And this is the problem. By the way, thank you to the 2 people that just subscribed as we try to get to the 14,500 quicker. So the teams are as follows. This is the last moment before kickoff. Man City, a lineup with Ederson in goal. Ooh. Ederson in goal. Walker, Akanji, and Vardio in a 3. This is what Sky Sports are saying. Stones and Rico Lewis in a 2 in front of them. With Savinho, Silva, Gundogan, and Foden. It's a 4, isn't it? And they're in behind the goal machine that is Erling Haaland. So that's their team. They've got Ortega, Ake, Grealish, De Bruyne, Nunes, Wright, O'Reilly, McAtee, and Simpson Pusey on the bench. Now, Tottenham line up thusly. I think that's a word. Thusly. Somebody in the chat will say. Vicario in goal. So Vicario in goal. Porro, Dragoshin, Davis, and Udogie in a back 4. We all know it's going to be a back 4. Maddison, Basuma, and Sarr as a midfield 3. You would expect the two holders, and then Maddison in the 10. Then Kulu to the right, Son to the left, and Solanke through the middle. Our bench is Forster, Gray, Bergval, Werner, Johnson, Spence, Lancashire, Ulasesi, and Hardy. So interesting team lineups. Here comes Pep Guardiola out of the tunnel. He's going to shake hands with Ange Postecoglou, having a little cuddle in their big puffer coats, which probably cost more than my house. They're hugging, they're kissing, they're chatting, they're flirting. It's all happening. Gentlemen, we've got a game to play here. So, Tottenham Hotspur. By the way, at the moment, they're all praising Rodri on the pitch for Ballon d'Or, World Player of the Year. He's lifting the ball up high. They're going to give him a, what's it called? When the Guard of Honor. They're all smiling, all happy. Everyone's going to give him a bit of a hug. I mean, God, listen, Rodri's one of the best players I've ever seen. I truly believe that. I think Rodri is the perfect footballer. I think he's absolutely sensational. Absolutely sensational footballer. But here we go. There's Pep just giving a little cuddle to Rodri. And it looks like we might be able to get a game of football underway here. Ignore the scoreboard. Ignore the scoreboard for 1 minute. I was just testing it worked. So I will start this game when it gets to 1 second in. So ignore the scoreboard, people. So the Tottenham players are all going over to the Tottenham fans to clap them. This seems very weird. And they're going to have a little huddle. God, when did it take so long to get games of football started? So Sonny is giving the team talk. It's all done. They're all going to get to their positions now. I'm a bit nervous, to be honest. I just don't know about this game. Man City are in position. It looks like, I think Tottenham are going to kick off. Let's see. So it's going to be Tottenham to kick off with Dominic Solanke. And when this gets to 1 second, I will restart the game. There we go. We're off and we're underway at the Etihad. Tottenham with the ball at the moment. Over to Ben Davis. Ben Davis, I'm just going to face this way a little bit if people don't mind. Man City have won the ball already off Spurs. Basuma's lost it. And then he has sived down Phil Foden. Basuma has been booked in the first 15 seconds of this game. Basuma has been booked. Hopefully you don't mind if I face this way a little bit, guys. Basuma has given the ball away, then been booked in 50 seconds. It was a booking. It was a booking. What are we doing here? Basuma on a yellow card after 15 seconds. Some might say Spursy is the word we look to. You've got to laugh. You've got to laugh. I'm reading all your comments, by the way. I'm just not going to keep bringing them all up because I've got to concentrate on the game. But yeah, everyone having a laugh and long night for him. So Phil Foden and Gundogan over this free kick. Just to the right, about 35 yards out, just to the right of the box. Gundogan whips it in to the back post. It's gone over everyone and it fell to the feet of Akanji, but I don't think he was accepting it. I don't think he was expecting it, and it hit his knee and went out for a goal kick. So here's Ben Davies. He plays it down the line, not very well, and plays the ball out. Not a very good start from Spurs at all. Walker takes a throw in quickly, but that's cut out there by Ben Davies. Ben Davies can now play it back to Vicario, who's going to have Foden breathing down his neck. Vicario plays it out, a really poor ball as normal, but this time Vardiol played it back into the box, too much on it, and it's out for a goal kick. So the most possession in the Premier League this season, City 64%, Tottenham 62%. Tottenham living dangerously, trying to play out of the back. We'll see. We'll see if this is sustainable throughout the whole game. Here's Pedro Porro. Tottenham, be good to get a few seconds on the ball here. Here is Udogie. Udogie plays a really bad ball down the line. Here's Gundogan. City have started with a little bit of... hang on, here's Phil Foden. Phil Foden's played a good ball out wide to Vardiol. Vardiol dinks it to the back post. Erling Haaland heads it across goal, and they couldn't score it, and Tottenham get it away. I'll tell you what, they've started on fire here at Man City. And another cross comes in, blocked this time. Now Kulu can run the ball out. No, he can't. He actually runs the ball out of play. A really good ball headed back across from Haaland. And Man City have started the better by a country mile here. As John Stones plays the ball back into Ederson. He plays the ball out to Kyle Walker. But Tottenham messing around with the ball in our own half. Here's Gundogan. Gundogan sweeps the ball wide to Bernardo Silva, who's dropped in. And City look very fluid in their positioning already. Here's Vardiol down the line to Savio. Savio cuts inside, beats two men, still got the ball. Really good play from Savio. Tottenham couldn't lay a glove on him there. The ball spread out wide by Lewis to Walker. They've started very well, City here. Rico Lewis plays the ball across. Tottenham have got now everyone behind the ball. Akanji into Silva, who's playing quite deep here at the moment. He's got the ball on the halfway line. Goes across to Stones. Can Spurs put the press on here? John Stones turns. Plays the ball to Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker. He goes one pass into Phil Foden. Phil Foden's evaded the pass. A great ball through. They've got 3-on-2 City. There's Vardiol. He plays it through to Haaland. Haaland one-on-one with a keeper. Haaland misses it. Fluffs his lines. Haaland has fluffed his lines. Man City opened us up like a can of worms there. And again, the high line has caught us out. Again, I don't get it. People like Eugene coming on last night. It's not the high line. Look at it there. Look at it there. Davies stepped into midfield, missed the tackle, and Man City should be 1-0 up. In the end, good defending by Davies. Poor finish by Haaland. And Tottenham Hotspur look all at 6s and 7s here. And we're really not putting our foot on the ball and controlling this game in any way, shape or form. Phil Foden whips in the corner. Vicario's punch wasn't convincing, but Maddison clears it. Here's Bernardo Silva on the left wing. He pulls the ball back and Porro slices it clear, but only as far as Gundogan. City are dominant here. City have played the ball. City are absolutely dominant here. We look shell-shocked, if we're going to be completely honest. So when people say we have to drop players, City do not give you the option. Look how they pin you in. Rico Lewis, foul on him, but the referee plays on. Here's Bernardo Silva. I just get the feeling it's a matter of time. I think this is a matter of time. Savio beats two, crosses the ball, and it's gone out off Radu Dragusin for a corner. Guys, girls, I'm worried from what I've seen. Listen, it's only the first 5 minutes, but City they look at it. They look like they have been given a rollicking over the period of over the last 2 weeks. Set piece, most goals conceded. Spurs are second over the last 2 seasons. Here's Gundogan. Gundogan's going to whip the corner in. It's to the near post and it's cleared by Porro. Now cleared by James Maddison, who hacks it clear. Carl Walker's chasing it with Kulu. Carl Walker does really well, wins the ball, and Phil Foden can tidy up and goes back to the keeper. And Spurs at the moment can't get the football. Spurs cannot get the football off Man City. And again, we've got a high line. The high line is going to catch us out here. Here's Phil Foden. Is he going to go one more? No, he cuts in past Udogie with ease. Udogie, again, he can't defend. He can't defend Udogie. There's the ball by Akanji. Out wide to Rico Lewis. The interchange from City is brilliant. Here's Rico Lewis. Plays the ball back to Stones. Stones into Akanji. Every Spurs player in our own half. At the moment, this is a football lesson. Gundogan to the back post. Here's Carl Walker, and he's just missed it. And Tottenham lived to breathe another day. But again, this is this is like, I don't know if he might have been a little bit offside there, Walker. But again, the high line is going to catch us out. It's going to catch us out, guys. I'm telling you. Sonny being harassed by Rico Lewis. And a free kick or a throw-in is given to Spurs. I think a free kick's given to Spurs. Again, at the moment, I can't see any change in the tactics. Still a ridiculous high line. Ben Davies plays a ball across. And it's offside. Offside. Papa Sarr. Kulu didn't hold his run. Papa Sarr didn't play it early enough, whichever one you want to say. And Spurs miss a golden opportunity to counter-attack. And here's Man City again. I get the feeling there's going to be a lot of Man City on the ball tonight. Here's John Stones. This is going to be a long game, isn't it, people? Here's Rico Lewis. However, Spurs, we've seen this before where suddenly we counter and get a goal. At the moment, it doesn't look like it. John Stones goes back to Ederson. Ederson rolls it back to him. Into Gundogan. Gundogan evades the pressure. And here's Akanji. Akanji beats the press on his own. And Akanji plays the ball out wide to Bernardo Silva. Again, Spurs have got quite a high line, but Silva has cut inside. He's gone back to Gundogan. Silva and Gundogan are really interchanging. There's a ball over the top. Here's Phil Foden, cleared by Ben Davies. And then in the end, Porro can get it clear, can he? He clears it down the line. And it's a free kick. Bernardo Silva with the foul on Kulusevski. So Tottenham have a bit of breathing space, but at the moment, it's really attack versus defense, isn't it? Here, and for me, I think this back line needs to drop 10 yards. I think this back line needs to drop. I think we need to drop 10 yards. I really do. So here's Radu Dragusin. Can Tottenham have a spell of possession? He didn't. He managed to get it in 15 seconds. I know, it's mad, isn't it, mate? It's mad. Here's Tottenham going forward. But Man City have got the ball. Man City at the moment is like taking candy from a baby. The ball's gone to Ederson. Ederson goes back to John Stones. John Stones into Carl Walker. Spurs are going to press. Rico Lewis beats the press into Phil Foden, but his pass wasn't great. And now Sonny has the ball on the left. He's driving. He crosses it over and it's beat everybody. And there was no one in the box there. And now Man City can bring it forward. Tottenham actually had a good chance there, but there was no one up in the play with Son. Here's Bernardo Silva. And it's City. They can slow it down. They can speed it up. At the moment, they've slowed it down. Here's Rico Lewis. Here's John Stones. Every one of the Man City players is very fluid. Very fluid indeed. And there's a foul by Basuma on Phil Foden. Basuma needs to be careful. It wasn't a yellow, but he needs to be careful. Don't give the ref a decision to make. Oh, dearie me. So Spurs can breathe for a couple of seconds, but this has been 10 minutes of utter domination from Manchester City. And they have a free kick in their own half. John Stones is going to take this. It's a very interesting. They're very flexible at the back at the moment. I can't really tell. Man City aren't playing a rigid formation. They're all very fluid. Here's Bernardo Silva. Goes down the line to Vardio. Vardio now plays it into Savio. Savio has absolutely brilliantly beaten Dragusin. Plays it into Haaland. Good save. Good save, Vicario. Haaland from about 8 yards out. The ball from Savio into his path. He took a first-time shot. Vicario low down with his feet and saved it. And that's 2 opportunities we've given Haaland in 10 minutes. And City carving through our back 4 again. Dragusin tried to come out. Savio slipped in with ease, laid in Haaland, and a good save from Vicario. A good save low down. You could see what Haaland was trying to do, bottom corner. And now Spurs are caught offside. Guys and girls, one of these is going to go in a minute if we keep doing this. One of these is going to go in. The centre-halves keep stepping into midfield. They keep stepping into midfield, not winning the ball, and then we're left high and dry at the back. Davis has done one. Dragusin's done one, and both have resulted in an Erling Haaland effort at goal. Here is John Stones at the back, and Bernardo Silva and Gundogan are almost dropping into the DM positions with Lewis, and they're so fluid. Here's Phil Foden. Basuma wins the ball this time, lays it off to Maddison. Maddison gives it to Sarr. Sarr to Basuma. Spurs have got no out ball at the moment, but we've gone back to Dragusin. He's gone into Ben Davis. Back to Udogie. Yes, absolutely. Anyone who says Pep doesn't adapt, clearly, really, you can't. Anyone who says Pep doesn't adapt, you can't trust their football opinion in any way, shape or form. Here's Kulu, though. Kulu dinks the ball into the middle. Tottenham are 1-0 up. Tottenham are 1-0 up on a complete goal against the run of play. A ball dinked in by Kulu, and there was James Maddison again, the ghost apparently, scoring for Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham 1, Man City 0, right against the run of play, but who cares? Tottenham Hotspur 1-0 up. And for me, I can't see anything wrong with it. I can't see any reason for VAR. Kulu did well. He muscled Vardy off the ball. Let's have a look. Great run from Maddison. 1-0, half volley. Tottenham Hotspur. James Maddison ghosted in. Really, really good pass from Kulu. And Man City looked shell-shocked on his birthday. Tottenham 1, Man City 0. We've now got something to hold on to. Superb flighted ball from Kulu. A superb flighted ball from Kulu. And James Maddison came in, back post, great finish. Well done, James. He's taken a lot of stick. But for me, again, he's now our joint top goal scorer, and he's got the most goal contributions of any player at Spurs this year. Any player. We said a minute ago, we've seen this before, where Spurs don't have any of the ball, then a sucker punch, and we've got it. So 1-0. Can Spurs hold on to this now? Nothing silly. Nothing silly. So 1-0 Tottenham, 14 minutes gone. Oh, God. Oh, this is going to be a busy day, isn't it? Here's Bernardo Silva. He goes down the line to Vardio. Vardio goes back to Bernardo Silva. Didn't see the goal coming at all, but what a good pass and a great run from Maddison. Absolutely great run, great ball, really good goal from Tottenham Hotspur. And Spurs are 1-0 up at the Etihad. Bobby, absolutely. I do not think we are a top possession team, but I do think we are a brilliant counter-attacking team at times. Here's Walker. He goes into Phil Foden. Phil Foden's given the ball away, won it back, then lost it again. Here's Sonny. He's given the ball away, but Udogie wins it back. Can Udogie play in Son here? Play him in. There's the through ball. That's not the ball. He had so many options. And now Man City can counter. This game is now frenetic. This game is frenetic. It's Tottenham are going to look to counter. Man City are going to look to have all the football. Mr. Sanders, any idiots like this will be blocked. We can't do this every time a goal goes in. You will be blocked with stupidity. It's absolute stupidity. Here's Phil Foden. Phil Foden over the bar. Nearly 1-1. Nearly 1-1. This game is now a little bit frantic. Again, another chance that we've given away there. The ball was played into Phil Foden, and he stretched, and it was almost a toe poke. He'd beaten the keeper just over the bar. Just over the bar. Here's Tottenham again. We've lost the ball again in midfield. Man City now starting to pull strings again. Oh, that's a poor ball from Man City, and Tottenham have got the chance now. Can we counter-attack? James Maddison deep with the ball. Gives it to Basuma. He goes back to Ben Davis. Dragusin can put his foot on the ball. Slow the game down a little bit, guys. Slow it down. Here's Ben Davis. Ben Davis out wide to Maddison, who's dropped to the left. He plays a good ball through the middle to Solanke. Solanke slips, but now gets the ball out wide to Son. Kulu's making a little darting roll. The ball whipped in by Son. It wasn't a bad ball, but there was no one there. And again, Savio now against Kulu. Kulu lays it back to Porro. God, I'm going to lose my voice at this rate. Basuma into Maddison. Maddison to Udogie. Spurs have got a tiny bit more of the ball now. Here is Son. Son goes back into Maddison. To Udogie. Udogie's going to turn, gives it to Son. Son goes all the way back to Maddison, who's drifted out wide to this left. A good ball by Maddison, changes the direction of the play. And he goes out wide to Dragoshin. He gives it to Sarr, back to Dragoshin. Haaland is breathing down his neck. And now Davis. Spurs having a good little, last 25, 30 seconds possession. Maddison is saying, where's the out ball? He's looking up. He's getting frustrated. He said, where's the out ball? So 1-0 to Tottenham, 17 minutes gone. Listen, we'll take that against the run of play. We'll absolutely take that. Solanke nearly nicked in, but I think it was a Kanji or Stones who just got their foot in the way. Here goes Spurs again down the right-hand side. Pedro Porro whips a ball in, cleared, and Man City can break now, can they? No. Basuma hooks the ball back in. Vardiol hooks it out. This game is crazy. Basuma brings the ball down, lays it off to Udogie. Here's Son. Sonny has a dig. Oh, Sonny has a dig from about 20 yards. That's what we were used to seeing from Son. He got the ball out of his feet. I'll be honest, I didn't think anything of it. And it was floating and floating and floating. Hater, you don't deserve it. Okay, mate, you're getting blocked. See you later. I don't know what I don't deserve. Nothing's happened yet. It's 18 minutes into a game. We do have some dickheads in our fan base, don't we? We really do have some dickheads on the internet. But I genuinely didn't think anything of that. And it was curling and curling and curling. And then Ederson at full strength to deny Sonny. So a corner kick from Tottenham, right-hand side, Kulusevski. We can't go 2-0 up, can we? Can we? Kulu's whipped it in. Ederson's flapping. But the referee has said it went straight out. One goal. A goal kick, one goal. I do that on bigup.com, but hardly anyone comes over and follows me to watch it. I do that. I've got one tomorrow for Ipswich versus Man United. Anyway, Man City roll the ball out. Here's Bernardo Silva. Spurs, the press looks a lot better in the last 5 minutes from Spurs. And we've given the ball back to them. They've given it to us. They've messed up here. Sonny cuts in into James Maddison. James Maddison. Spurs are 2-0 up. Spurs are 2-0 up. James Maddison completely. I can't believe it. Maddison, I told you all week, James Maddison is not the problem. Get him in the positions and he'll score. And Tottenham are 2-0 up. And Man City look absolutely shell-shocked. I am so happy for James Maddison. He ghosted in again. The first one, the cross came in and he ghosted it on the blind side. This time, he just played it through. And Tottenham have been battered from pillar to post and are 2-0 up against Manchester City. Man City gave the ball away. And it was Maddison who started the run. He gave it to Son. No one followed him. It was Maddison's doing. Maddison gave it to Son. He laid it into the path. And Maddison with a dink over the keeper. And on his birthday, James Maddison has got 2 goals. I told you he's the best midfielder we've got. I've said this for a while now. Said he's our best midfielder, not played correctly today. He's getting in the box. He's got 2 goals. Great reverse pass from Sonny. And even Tottenham can't mess this up. 2-0 up. It was absolutely one way. And in the last 4 minutes, Tottenham Hotspur, there you go, have made it 2-0. We've definitely got something to hold on to now. Vardiol looks shell-shocked. City look shell-shocked. Absolutely. Really, really happy for Maddison today. Yes, of course. This is where we get silly comments. I don't know why people can't just see a win or hopefully a win and be happy. We have to start talking about titles. It's so silly. Just stop. Just stop. Let's see this game through. Oh my gosh. So Tottenham, 21 minutes up. Pep trying to rally the troops. The City players look a bit shell-shocked here. And I think even Maddison looked, he was like, 2-0, we're 2-0 up. So Tottenham Hotspur, 2-0 up. Can we go and get a third and kill this game off? I just don't ever know which Tottenham I'm going to get. I don't ever know which Tottenham we're going to get. Ipswich, Palace, awful. This 2-0 up, brilliant. I just never ever know. Here's Haaland. Haaland to Savio. Savio plays the ball wide to Vardy. He plays it across to Haaland, and that should have been 2-1. Haaland, 3 chances he's now missed. 3 chances he has now missed. It is a bag of revels. It's a bag of revels. But again, Tottenham cut open there. We've got to watch against this. This is almost like the League Cup game, isn't it? It's almost like the League Cup game. Norma, Dietrich, big up Dietrich, said the narrative after the game, we were challenged for the league. Watch, we will blow the 2-0 lead. I don't know. Are City playing well enough to come back from a 2-0 lead, deficit? I'm not sure they are at the moment, Dietrich. Nothing silly, and we can have a great day here. Nothing silly. For me, as I said, get down, get it to half-time, don't concede. I'm not having that. Sorry, David, I'm not having that because it's the players that have got us 2-0 up here. I'm sorry, I'm not having that. But listen, as I said, big up Dietrich. Thank you very much. Look, see, this is where people get silly. This is where Spurs fans, we don't learn. This is where we get silly. Gundogan is washed. Gundogan's been very good in this game so far. Just let's see the game out, shall we, before we start calling players washed. I really don't understand how Spurs fans don't learn. I really will never understand this fan base at all in any way, shape or form. Oh, oh my God. Look, now we got the Arsenal idiots there coming as well. We lost to Ipswich last game. 2 games before that, we lost to Palace. Relax. Wow. Football fans, they'll never learn. They'll never learn. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is what Spurs... I just can't believe it. Let's get to the end of the game before we start talking about that. Here's a Dogie. Give it to Son. There's a good ball out wide left. Sonny's got the ball on the left. He's got Walker one-on-one, his old teammate. He cuts in. He drives forward. He pulls the ball back, and it's out for a corner. It's out for a corner. I can't see it at the moment. I can't see it at the moment. But listen, if we've got to stop the chances to Haaland. We've got to stop the chances to Haaland because they're getting. He's had 3 or 4 chances now. Honestly, it's madness. Just why can't everyone just go, yeah, good that we're 2-0 up. Calm. Everyone else's players are crap. Angie's brilliant. This is great. We don't learn. We really don't learn. Well, let's just keep calm. But we all know that you flip-flop your opinions from game to game, mate. Everyone knows that about you. Here's James Maddison. Corner whipped in, cleared by Edison. Good punch. All the way out to Porro on the right-hand side. Just nothing silly for the next 10 minutes. Kulu with a ball whipped in. Haaland clears it. Silva clears it further. But Ben Davis, the Spurs players, have got some confidence now. Here's Basuma. Plays the ball out wide. Kept in well by Porro. Porro plays it across. It's gone all the way over to Solanke. Solanke tries to play it into the path of Kulu, but gives the ball away. And Man City now trying to bring the ball out, but Tottenham need to get players back. They have. We've got players back into shape. It's a good game now. It's a very good game. It's a very good game. I agree, Stevie. Grab a third. I think it's done. Concede the next one. It's a tough game. Let's just... Do you know what? I think it has. I think that when Johnson gets the ball, he couldn't do what Kulu's done for that goal. That's the difference for me. I agree with you. Double S on board. It's so boring. You've got your opinion. I've got mine. It is what it is, mate. Hardly anyone gets 5 years. Just, oh, Jesus Christ. Here's Haaland. He's gone through, but this time he can't control the ball. Oh, the ball went through, but Porro cleared it. And it's all a bit helter-skelter in there at the moment. Bernardo Silva knocks it back to Akanji. Akanji plays, it's all a bit mental. It's all a bit crazy at the moment. The next goal is going to decide this game for me. There's the ball into Phil Foden. Phil Foden with a dig just wide. Again, we're giving City chances. We are giving City chances at the moment. Phil Foden's had 2. Haaland's had 3. At the moment, we've been lucky. They've not managed to find their shooting boots, but we've got to guard against that. Very, very chaotic. Here's James Maddison in his own box. Not there, please, James. Gives it to Ben Davis. Ben Davis plays it down the line. Sonny, we're still by our own area. Double S is because we did all this the other day. It's fine. But you can't tell me because we're winning a game 2-0 that, oh, I told you. It's one game. We lost the last one to Ipswich. Here goes Tottenham. Here's Decky on the right-hand side. He's going to cut in on his left. He doesn't. He goes on his right. Pulls the ball back. And Carl Walker gets there just before Sonny. And Spurs down that right-hand side with Kulu and Maddison floating in there. We look dangerous on the counter-attack. Oh, it's end-to-end. It's end-to-end. But I cannot believe we're 2-0 up. Absolutely fair play. The first 15 minutes, they battered us. The last 10, 15 minutes, we've made a great fight of it. We've grabbed the 2 goals. And I don't care. As a Spurs fan, I'm happy we're 2-0 up. I'm just bored of the old I told you so's whenever we go 2-0 up. When we're 2-0 down to Ipswich, I don't see those same people with the same energy. So here's Vicario. Spurs playing the ball out the back. I never like it. But that's a good ball by Ben Davis. That's a good ball into Maddison. That's a good ball into Son. Sonny, you've got space. Turn, run. There's the ball. Played into Solanke. Solanke has a shot over the bar. And it looks like, is that going to be a corner? Solanke got the ball out of his feet. It was rising. Double S, I'm bored of this. We're building what? No one can actually answer me what he's building. It's the same team as last year. What's he building? Oh, my gosh. So, yes, it's going to be a corner. Solanke got the ball out of his feet. Shot tipped over by Vicario. And Tottenham on the transition look very good. We look good on the transition. Here is a corner. This one's gone to the edge of the box. Porro goes back to Kulu. Is he going to get the cross in? Kulu has got the cross in, dug it out, but Haaland this time clears it. Now Man City. They're giving the ball away. Here's Pedro Porro. Spurs, a little bit of possession. This is good. Nothing silly before half-time. Because what we don't want to do is what we did at White Hart Lane when we gave them a goal on the stroke of half-time. Because 2-1 is a very different score at half-time to 2-0. So here's a Dogie. Man City with everyone behind the ball. Doesn't mean anything. You haven't answered my question. How? How? It's the same team as last year, but with Solanke. Tell me how. No one can ever answer this question. That's a really sloppy ball. Spurs are 3-on-2. Here's Savio into Erling Haaland. And Erling Haaland, the ball ran behind him straight to Udogie. And Spurs with another let-off. Another let-off. We need to be very careful. 2-0 up, but this high line, they're going to catch us out. We've got to be careful. We've got to be careful here. There's Solanke, drops in, loses the ball. Oh, I didn't think that was a foul. I thought he got a bit lucky there. But Spurs have a free kick. No, at 2-0 down against Ipswich, I didn't say I told you so. I said, what's the manager going to do to change it? There's no I told you so's. Oh. Anyway, Man City with the ball out wide. Here's Vardio. Vardio knocks it into the middle. Savio with a header. A great save. I don't know if the flag is up. What a save from Vicario. I think the flag may be up. Let's have a look. But again, we're conceding chances. Yeah, he was offside. Both of them were offside. They got the line well, that one. But Vicario, take a bow anyway. That was a great save. The high line, though, got to guard against it. Here's Tottenham playing it out. Here's Porro. Porro's gone down the line. I don't think Kulu, he's not got the legs to win that one. Here's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva goes into Gundogan. Gundogan driving through the midfield. Tottenham the bodies are they're tracking backwards, if that makes sense. Here's Gundogan. Gundogan with a ball out wide to Vardiol. Vardiol plays it back to Silva. Spurs now got everyone back in the 10. Here's Silva running through. Rico Lewis. He goes wide, one more to Walker. Nothing silly. Nothing silly, Spurs. That's all I ask. Here's John Stones. Sure, double S, I hear that, but the form doesn't suggest that. That's what I'm saying. Win one, lose one. Win one, lose one. Here's Vardiol. Vardiol. Now, Spurs have got a better defensive shape there. City with no way through at the moment. There's the ball over the top. It's come all the way to Walker. Someone go out there and close him down. Walker lays it off to Rico Lewis. Tottenham have got a good shape, but Walker's going to whip it in. No, he doesn't. What's he going to do? Here's a Dogie is holding him up, and it's a free kick for the foul on Walker by a Dogie. It's a free kick for the foul by a Dogie on Carl Walker. Listen, we've got it. Listen, 2-0. It's going well. We've got to guard against this. City are having a lot of opportunities. Got to get in 2-0. I think going in at 2-1 will be a very long second half. Got to go in 2-0. We've got 13 minutes plus stoppage time to hold on to this. For choreo like a cat. So a free kick from Phil Foden. Big up to my man Nick. How you doing? It will anger the football gods. There's a free kick dinked in by Phil Foden all the way to the back post, and Savva couldn't control it, and Spurs see that one out. Tottenham Hotspur get to half-time 2-0. This is my big ask. Get to half-time 2-0. Get to half-time 2-0. John Stones beats Solanke to the ball. Here's Gundogan. Gundogan evades 2 tackles, goes back to Akanji. And here's Bernardo Silva. Goes back into Gundogan. Back to Ederson. Ederson goes out to Silva, to Akanji. City are trying to play their way out. Spurs have pressed quite well, but now I think City are going to come out down this right-hand side. John Stones bringing the ball out. When I go quiet, it just means nothing's really happening, by the way. He gives the ball to Silva. Silva lays it off down the right-hand side to Walker. Walker looked for the ball down the line. Spurs had plugged the gaps well. Good defending that from Tottenham. But City now switch the ball effortlessly to the left-hand side. Here is Akanji. He gives the ball to Vardiol. Vardiol goes back to Akanji. Akanji goes inside to Bernardo Silva. Silva now plays the ball out wide to Walker. Walker is looking for the ball down the line, but Spurs again have plugged that gap well. This is better from Spurs in a defensive shape. There's the ball, the long switch over to Vardiol. Vardiol with a good ball to Savva. Savva now going to take his man on, is he? No, yes he is. He's going to take him on. 1-2. He jinks back, gives it to Vardiol. Couldn't get the cross in though. Here he is. Get to him. Don't let him get that run. He's still got it. I can't believe he's still got it. Silva now lays it off to John Stones. John Stones out wide to Walker. Tottenham have got a good line, though. Here's Walker. Goes back into Lewis. Just nothing silly, Spurs. Nothing silly. Carl Walker into Phil Foden. Phil Foden, his ball's cut out really well by Maddison. Maddison doesn't work hard. Maddison doesn't track back. Maddison doesn't defend. Maddison's numbers aren't good. Lots of people said that. And Maddison's numbers are the best in the club at the moment, just so you know. And brilliant tracking back there. But Spurs have given the ball away again. Here's Gundogan. Gundogan to Silva. Silva, against City, you would expect to have all the ball. They've got all the ball. Here's Carl Walker into Rico Lewis. Spurs don't need to do anything crazy here. Don't need to do anything crazy. I'm knackered. I'll give you that. And Spurs have won the ball. Papa Sarr has won the ball back there and then evades the tackle from Savva, then plays the ball into Solanke. He gives the ball away and it's a throw-in to Man City. It's a throw-in to Man City. Please do smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. It really does help the channel. Really appreciate every single one of you that does. And now Man City on the ball again. There's no time to pause here. Here's Vardiol. Vardiol goes back into Silva. Spurs in a better shape now. Here's Akanji into Lewis. Lewis to Gundogan. Gundogan back to Akanji. too many passes to commentate on. Savio plays the ball through to Haaland. Haaland through to Haaland again. Here's Savio, low shot and saved by Vicario. It wasn't the greatest shot, but Vicario got down, held it well. And Tottenham, another chance for Man City, but Tottenham still 2-0 up with 9 minutes plus stoppage time to go as Tottenham have a free kick and a bit of a breather. I think Kulu and Maddison have been brilliant, if I'm going to be brutally honest. I think Maddison, for all the obvious reasons. Kulu, I think, has done really well out there. I don't think he's a right winger, but I would always start him there over Johnson if it means getting Maddison into the team. There's a ball through the middle, hopeful ball. Vardyal will get there first, goes to Edison. Edison to Akanji, and now Akanji can bring it out to Gundogan. Gundogan plays the ball out to Walker. Walker has got no out ball there, so he goes back to John Stones. John Stones now looking for an out ball. Tottenham have got a good shape here, but there's the ball over the top. Porro, what have you done? Porro, what have you done? Oh, what have you done, Porro? What have you done? Porro got away with one there. The ball was coming over the top. He tried to head it back to Vicario, didn't get enough on it. And then Vicario, to be fair to him, bailed Porro out. He massively bailed Porro out. I don't think there's a foul there at all. I don't think Vicario's hurt in any way. No, come on, get up. You're about 6'4", mate. Get up. Come on. I thought he did brilliantly there, Vicario. Came out, did really well. Porro, can't be doing that, mate. Can't be doing that when you've got those sort of players behind you. 8 minutes. Get in at half-time 2-0. Then I will start to believe. Get in 2-0. Jason, every time we defend against a better team without Romero, we actually look better. Just saying. Here is Tottenham. What can we do? Left-hand side. Ben Davies plays it into Sonny. Sonny with a dinked pass given away. That's not the ball to play. And can Spurs win the ball in that midfield? We do. Yes, and then a foul on by Savva. I think it was on Ibasuma. Plan back. Yeah, it was actually on Sarr. Sorry, it was on Sarr. Basuma and Sarr battling in there well. So 7 minutes. Again, I just never know what to make of Tottenham. I'm so, I'm so lost. Let me guess. Let me know, Shane, in the chat who's quoting it. And by the way, we've not won yet. We've not won yet. Let's just calm down a little bit. Shane, tell me in the chat who was saying it. I'm guessing it's the guy that has no bottle to come on and debate people, but then wants to make videos abusing them. I guess it's that guy. Yeah, the guy that can't talk football with anyone. He can't go onto anyone's channel and then abuses them. But hey, listen, the game's not over. Vicario is down at the moment. Vicario is down at the moment. Pep Guardiola's trying to G up his players. Vicario's down on the floor. Great ball. They're just showing it again. What a lovely cross from Kulu. And a lovely finish from James Maddison. Absolutely brilliant. Then with the second goal, James Maddison took the ball brilliantly with the right, dinked with the left. That was brilliant. And the question's going to be, can we hold on? As I said, get to halftime 2-0. Let's see. Get to halftime 2-0. At the moment, so far, so good. But again, don't get carried away. I've supported Spurs too long. I'll give you a clue. Oh, yeah. Don't worry about him. Don't worry about him. He's more worried about my opinion than he is his own actual ability to be a YouTube content creator. Just create content. If you have to attack another human being for 90 minutes, it shows that you're a bit of a, you know what? Do you know what I mean? So let him say what he wants about me. That's absolutely fine. I didn't see him saying anything when we lost to Ipswich. The difference is we all know Dietrich's. That's the difference. We all know Dietrich's. So that's why. Anyway, look, don't worry what other YouTubers are saying. It is what it is. It is what it is. Other YouTubers can say what they want all the time. I got told last year I was wrong all year. The problem is their opinions go from game to game. My opinions will stay from season to season. They were the same people telling me we're in a title race last year. they don't ever take accountability when they're wrong. But apparently, if Spurs win today and I'm wrong, which I'd be very happy about, then it's the end of the world. If we beat Man City today, why wouldn't I be happy? Absolutely, Michael. We don't want that. We don't want that. Here's Kulu, by the way. Another ball thread into him. Kulu, what you got? He slipped a little, held it up. There's Basuma. The shot was rising and rising and rising. The shot was rising. I mean, Kulu is very strong, isn't he? Again, the difference between him and Johnson out there, very strong on the ball is Kulu. So far, so good. 3.5 minutes to hold on to half time. Nothing silly. Here's Phil Foden, though. No, great tackle there from Ben Davis. They've played on. The ball's actually bounced all the way through. What's Kulu got? Kulu cuts in. He slips in. Son. Oh, Son should have taken the shot. It would have been 3-0. Son should have taken the shot. Oh, Sonny should have taken the shot. He didn't. And here's Savio at the other end. He's beaten 1. He's beaten 2. He's still going. He's had a shot. It's fallen to Phil Foden. It's end-to-end. Phil Foden dinks it wide to Bernardo Silva. Nothing silly, Spurs. Bernardo Silva lays it back to Vardiel. He fires it across. Someone get there first. Oh, my God. This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. James, absolutely. Son had to hit that first time, and we're 3-0. Here's Man City at the other end. Bernardo Silva dinks the ball all the way to the back post. There's Haaland. They're asking for a foul on Phil Foden, but he's not going to give it. Here's Cole Walker. It's madness. This is madness. All the way back to John Stones. I say all the way back. John Stones about 30 yards out. Akanji out to Vardiol. And they've missed an overhead kick from Phil Foden. Another chance for City. We're living a charmed life. Who is very unlikable? Me? Thanks, Chloe. I mean, listen, you can't keep giving them chances. We've given Phil Foden's now had 3 or 4. Haaland's had 3 or 4. We can't keep giving them these chances. Yes, end to end at the moment it is. Oh, Jason, I feel knackered. I'm absolutely knackered. I'm really hot. Hang on, the other end. Go on, lay him in. No, yeah, he's got there in the end. Yes, should have played Sonny in earlier. Here's Sonny, 1-on-1 with Walker. Yeah, he can't get past Walker's too good for that. Look, all I'm going to say is let's not talk about other YouTubers. Let them talk about me all they want. I think it's a really sad existence that he's still making videos about me and talking about me. He's jealous that his channel is shit and he's only got about 3,000 subscribers. Let's be brutally honest. Yeah, the man is offered all the time, have a debate. No, why would I want to do that? Well, that's what YouTubers do. They talk to each other. They debate. This guy just wants to sit there making videos about others. And I think it's really sad. I think it's really sad to do that. We're all Spurs fans. So what? I might get this wrong. I might end up being right. So what? What does it matter in the grand scheme of things? So, I just don't get it. I don't get it. He's a grown man. It's weird. He's the sort of person he'd never say it to your face either. Do you know what I mean? There's a ball whipped in by Man City and a header over the bar by Akanji, but another opportunity. Another opportunity. Mate, he can say what he wants without reply because it's not worth me doing a video on. Like, we're not girls. No offense. We're not teenage girls, right? That need to make videos about each other for our own ego. It's just silly. It's just silly. All he did was bring up loads and loads of comments abusing me. And if he thinks that's how you want to be, if that's how the world should be, fine. But he gets very upset if I say anything about Spurs. Very, very upset. Just so leave him to it. I just don't care. Leave him to it. At the end of the day, I'm doing what I'm doing on my channel. Let people watch his channel. Yeah, I don't care. I just don't care. It's not a big enough significance to me. All right? I don't know. He's just obsessed. He's obsessed. He doesn't do it in a manly way. That's the last thing I'll say. He doesn't do it in a manly way. He's a coward. He's a coward of a man who just calls out people on videos. I think it's weird. I think it's very weird. I agree. I agree. Just you know, when I come on and do my content, I don't need to put another YouTuber's picturing. Now, if you noticed, his most watched ever live video is the one with me. Me as the picture and him mocking me. What does that say about me to him? Not the other way around, I'm afraid. It's just mad. He lies. It's just all the lies. I just can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. Let him lie. It's fine. Let him lie. No doubt he'll be making another video tonight with me going, oh, when we lose. It's just pathetic. He's just pathetic. But hey, listen, it's all got a bit testy here. Spurs have got a minute and a half. Get to half-time 2-0. And who knows? Who knows? I mean, is Savva happy? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? When people come in and say silly things like that, what do you mean? So a free kick to Tottenham. Can we go in 3-0 at half-time? Can we? Can we go in at 3-0? And the reason, guys, why I don't get carried away, I've been here many times before as a Spurs fan, before people want to go mad, right? So, Sonny lays it off short to Maddison. Maddison jinks one way, gives it back to Son. Sonny lays it off, and okay, I thought we could have put the ball in the box there. But hey, listen, we've got a minute to half time. Nothing silly. Don't give the ball away here, please, Spurs. Oh God, you know when we start playing about with it, there's a ball over the top, and Kulusevski is offside. Listen, it's been a very interesting game, Hennessy. They battered us from pillar to post, missed some chances. We then hit them with 2 in 5 minutes, and now it's a bit end to end. But we're still giving them too many chances. But we're about to go in 2-0 up at half time, and what's not to like? But listen, I've seen this before. Let's get to 90 minutes before we all go mad. Here's Gundogan. Plays the ball into Bernardo Silva. He dinks it all the way to the back post. Cleared only as far as Savio. Savio gives it away, and here's Son. Sonny's given the ball away. The ball's gone down the line to Savio. Savio whips it across to the far posting. I thought it was going to be a difficult cross, but I think that's going to be half time. That should be half time. Man City losing something. Let me just quickly change the scoreboard. By the way, guys, bear with me 1 second. Let's change that. 45, because I always forget otherwise. 45. Oh, no. But... oh, no. I always do this. There we go. Guys and girls, 5-word answers. 5-word answers. We are 2-0 up at the Etihad. So far, so good. We stung them. 2 quick goals. Give me 5 words. Give me 5 words, okay? Tottenham are winning 2-0 at Man City. Now, we've seen this before. A third, I will start celebrating. At the moment, I will keep my feet firmly on the ground. I remember this 3 years ago when we were 2 years ago when we were 2-0 up. So let's see. What have we got second half? But give me the 5 words. Let me have a drink. I'm absolutely shattered. Big up to Free the right side. So it's only Man City, lads. It's only Man City. Where are we? 1 second. Let me just check something. Sorry, bear with me 1 second. Where are we? Oh, all right. So, can Tottenham Hotspur see this out? Can Tottenham Hotspur see this out? A big boss man. I agree with you. I just don't know anymore. I don't know what team we are. Are we this team? Are we the team that beat Villa? Are we the Palace team? Are we the Ipswich team? I just don't know anymore. I just don't know. But you know what? We're 2-0 up. If we are going to win this, come out, fight for that second half, get to every ball first, shut them down. Only need 4 Savvas in the mud. I don't mind being wrong. I've got no problem. If we go on to win this game, I do not mind being wrong. Let's be brutally honest about that. I do not mind being wrong if we go on to win this game. But there's a long way to go. Ron has said, beat City, lose direction. Well, look, let's let's not. I'm not going to sit here and say we've beat City yet. Long way to go. So I didn't say anything. I don't know. Again, if people like this come in and lie, they will be blocked immediately. They will be blocked immediately. Please do not lie. Please do not lie. Okay. I don't want people coming in here and lying because it's just wrong. Okay. Nigel said, just going to say, really good first half performance. This is what's so frustrating. Matters class. Can't agree with you more, Nigel. Absolutely. What I will say, please do smash that like button if you're in here. Please do smash that like button. 286 likes. There's nearly 600 of you in here. We should have a lot more likes than that. We should have a lot more likes than that. Moldy Pickle said, I don't think we will win sitting back. I didn't say sit back. I just said be compact, be tight. I didn't say sit back. We've got to just make sure we don't do anything silly. Nothing silly. Jefferman has said, I feel like Son is tiring out. Started out sharp. Yeah, look, I think he's coming back from an injury. He's getting on a bit, possibly. He should have shot. Glenn said, we're bottling the second half. Listen, from this position, we should not bottle this. I don't like the word bottle. From this position, we should not bottle it. We should be fine. Yeah, a striker, I don't know. That's not complaining. I'm saying I don't know which team we are. That's not complaining. If you're going to be silly, just go away. I've got no time for silly people. Stevie has said, will the real Tottenham Hotspur please stand up? Golden rule. I never put Spurs on my acca for this very reason. Double S said, look at the way Spurs game managed the end of the half. And he's definitely learning. Okay, and what about last week against Ipswich? Was he definitely learning that game? Come on. Again, this is why people get so silly from one game. Seriously, might be the best half I've seen from a Dogie. Yeah, I think he did some good bits. I do think he did some good bits in that half. Absolutely. For me, Maddison and Kulu will be the standouts. Absolutely. What I would say is please do subscribe if you haven't already. Listen, we're trying to get to, where are we? There we go. Trying always not to show my revenue. Please, can we get that to 14,300? That would be absolutely amazing, please, guys. And we've got 15 minutes at halftime to do that. I'm absolutely burning up a little bit here. Let me just open that a little bit. Fardio has been terrible. Keep attacking him. Fair enough. Let's see in the second half if we do. Matthew said, so happy. Big up Savva, very happy. Let's hope. Lots of great performances. Absolutely, my man. And Savva said, Ben Davies has been surprisingly good. I said this after the Villa game and City game. When Ben Davies is in the team, he actually, for me, settles it down a little bit. Terrier said, Kulu and Maddison have been top draw. Let's not do the 45-minute thing. Yeah, listen, come out. Nothing silly for the first 20 minutes. Nothing silly for the first 20 minutes. Who knows? We could go on. We could go on to win this 3 or 4-0. But this is Spurs. We never, ever know. Let's just make sure we get to the end of the 90 minutes, right? Let's get to the end of the 90 minutes, okay, and be winning before we all start celebrating too soon. As a Spurs fan, once bitten, 400 times as shy. I don't think that's true at all. I think he defended against Son quite well in that half. I thought he did quite well, but hey, that's just me. Agree, Chloe. Agree. It's all about balance. Hit them on the break. The counter is always on. Absolutely. A third goal and we win the game. Absolutely. The next goal, oh, such a cliche. The next goal, yeah, is going to be pivotal, isn't it? Let Man City in, their haunches are going to be up. We score next. I think 3's too much for most teams to come back from, even Man City. And Man City at the moment looking like a 5th defeat in a row. And at the moment, questions are going to need to be asked. But we won't worry about that today. We'll worry about getting to the 90 minutes at 2-0 up. Listen, as I've said, I said we would lose. I said we'd lose 2-1. I'm very happy to be wrong. Absolutely. I'm old enough and ugly enough to put my hands up and say that I was wrong about something. It's not a problem. But let's do it first before people want to say it. Dean has said, please not F this up. Look, surely we can't. Look, oh, God, loads of people. Yeah, double S, there's up and down, and then there's losing the number of games we have. Yeah, so again, I'll wait until, like Stel said up before the game, I will wait until I see Spurs 5 or 10 games in a row do well. not win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose one. All right. I'm not like you, man. I'm not knee jerk. I don't get knee jerk like other people. I've never got knee jerk. Fair play, Phil. I would never put Spurs in my ACCA ever, ever, ever in a million years. I just never know what ACCA I'm going to get. So I just don't put them in. It's 5-1 Spurs to win against City. 5-1. Oh, I see. Sorry, 5-1. 5-1. Yeah, listen, look. The Man City players went off. They looked in trouble. They looked, Pep looked as though, God, what am I going to do here? Can we put a third? Can we put a nail in this coffin? Sorry, I'm just actually was going to put a bet on, but I actually will wait until after the game. Not on this game, by the way. Let's go. Yeah, continue. Okay. Yeah, big up. Please do keep smashing that like button. It is much appreciated. And I do really, really appreciate you all. So thank you very much for everyone who's in here. And you know what? Listen, as I said, look, let's not worry about other YouTubers. Let's do our own thing. You're going to win some. You're going to lose some. People want to acknowledge when you're wrong. They never want to acknowledge when you're right. That's life, John Dunn again. Oh God, hang on. I've already blocked this guy once. He's back, so we'll block him again. There we go. I don't know how I can be in the mud. We just lost to Ipswich and Palace. I don't know what I'm in the mud about. This imaginary mud that exists. Why am I in the mud? Yeah. Why am I in the mud? Listen, I'm bored of that conversation. Why am I in the mud? Spurs win. I'm in the mud. Spurs lose. I'm in the mud. I don't actually understand what this means anymore. I think it's just lots of children on the internet. Absolutely, Nick. This is our game to win. This is our game to win. I don't want to see us do what we did. Do you remember, Nick? Was it 2 years ago? 2 years ago, we were 2-0 up at half time and then they won 4-2. That's why I always keep my feet on the ground. Fernie, no. Listen, 3-0, I'd feel comfortable, but I've seen too many times down the year. Too many times down the year. Get the third, and I think it's all over. I genuinely feel that, a weird mental thing against us. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, my ACCA went ages ago, by the way. I've not got any of these games here. My ACCA went ages ago, by the way. So, where are we? Sorry, I'm just having a look at... Oh, I wish people would stop sending me things that the Hotspur hippie said about me. I just don't care. It's getting ridiculous. It's so silly. He knows where I am if he ever wants to chat. People, please stop posting into me what he said about me. It's fine. I don't care. I've got a really happy life. I don't care. Mud. Absolutely. Savva, this game gets out of the mud. Savva, this game gets out of the mud, not into... just don't know. I never know what this even means anymore. Yeah, Savvy always just, I might change it to Football Mud TV or Mud Heritage. It's just mad. It wasn't last season. Stop drifting, the 4-2. I wasn't. Some games not. It depends. This is the thing. Look at 2 of our last 4 Premier League games. We've lost to Palace and we've lost to Ipswich, who hadn't won a game before us or a game since. So, again, it's what I mean. There's a long way to go. What I want to see is let's look at the next 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 league games. Can we get a consistent run going? Can we get a consistent run going? Not, oh, we beat Villa. We've lost to Ipswich. Oh, we beat City. We've lost to... Consistency. It's something that a lot of fans don't seem to want. Oh, Nick, I love you so much. You know how much I love you. But listen, they're coming back from the adverts very, very shortly. And it looks like a lot of work to do for City and a lot of work for Spurs to do. I would love to be a fly on the wall in both camps. I really would like to be. Guys, we are 9 away from getting to 14,300. If anyone would be so kind, please smash that subscribe button. And we should be on 400 likes. We're on 337. Big up to the super chats. Crocodox has said, I think the one thing Arteta does well is that he has cut and run on some of his own players. If Ange can do the same with Johnson, etc., he may survive. Absolutely. We've got to see it. Not one game. Got to see it consistently. I completely agree with you. For me, in this game, if Johnson had played, and this is where I give Ange credit, if Johnson had played all the times that Kulusevski has bullied their players out on the left, Johnson wouldn't have done that. So I completely agree with you. Thank you. Igor, big up to you. I said, hi, Savva. We can't make the same mistake we did versus Brighton. Hope Ange realises and adapts. Listen, we're about to find out in the second half, aren't we? Because if we mess this up, the questions are going to be asked. If we don't, he's learned for this week. So absolutely, I completely agree with you. I just think a lot of people message me as though I want to lose games. I'm just getting just a tiny bit bored of defending myself. Just stop, Danny. Danny's direction. If you keep doing this, I'm seeing you doing this 3 or 4 times. I'm not pissed off Spurs are winning. Everyone on this chat can see I'm not. I want Spurs to get the 3rd, and I want Spurs to cruise to victory. This is absolute nonsense. I don't care what he's saying. I'm not even sure he is saying it. Just stop. It's things like that that really are dumb. So actually, I'm going to block you because I know who you are. So I am going to block you. Sorry. There we go. Ban user, delete comments. He's the sort of person that will go back into the other chat and say, oh, Savva's saying this. That's what he's like. Daniel said City have scored in every league game this season. Well, not this one so far. A clean sheet and a win away from home would be amazing. It would be 2 Manchester wins. Sure, but we've not had the run yet. This is the problem. When you say blips, the blips are every other week. So you can keep saying whatever you want. Until this changes, I won't change my tact on Ange. Alan said, I give City 10 minutes until they score. I don't see them scoring early on, mate. I don't. Hopefully I'm right. I don't see them scoring early on. I think they look like a team that are mentally in their own heads. They've had chances for sure, not put them away. What we can't do is concede early. We really, really, really can't concede early. If we do, it's going to be a long half. The longer this stays at 2-0, the better. Knackered. Absolutely knackered. 1 second. By the way, I just want to give some props to Maddison. I talked about him a lot on my show yesterday, and I was told a lot of false things about James Maddison. As I said, if he's played correctly, if he's allowed to get in the box instead of playing in central midfield, if he's allowed to play in the playmaker role, funnily enough, look what he's done today. This is the problem. Kulu in that space instead of him isn't as creative, no matter what anyone says. So for me, I do think he's got to play. He's got to play James Maddison. If he learns from this, great. Now the teams are back out on the pitch. There we go. Sorry. Big ups, absolutely everyone. Thank you, DMB Forever, with a super sticker. Really appreciate you, my man. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Thank you. John Stones has come off, and Nathan Ake has come on. So I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do tactically, but we're going to find out in a minute. And the game is gonna restart. Here we go. Man City are going to get us underway here. And Man City have started the game in the second half. Yeah, the reason he wasn't playing is because Ange got it all wrong. Sorry, Ed, I'm not having that. You've seen today. Play him in the number 10. Let him ghost in the box. But Ange in all the other games has him playing in centre mid because Kulu's in the number 10. For me, this guy's got to play every game. Right, people, we go again. Right. Can Spurs, massive 45 minutes coming up. James Maddison gives the ball to Son. He goes backwards to Ben Davis, and Ben Davis goes back to Vicario. Massive 45 minutes coming up here for Tottenham Hotspur. Solanke drops deep, lays the ball off to Son. Sonny gives the ball to Maddison. Maddison with a really good long ranging pass to Kulu. Maddison's been very good today. Gives it to Sarr. Man City tucked in behind the ball at the moment. This is going to be cat and mouse for a few minutes, isn't it? Because City know if we score, the game's done. We know if they score, it's going to be a long afternoon. And the ball that was intended for Kulusevski has gone out. Can Tottenham hold on? This will be a great win. This will be the best win of the season so far. Can we do this? The shame of it is, even if we win, we won't all be allowed to be happy together. We'll have so many people that just want to have a go at each other rather than celebrating the win. But a long way to go before that. So Man City, here's Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake lays it back to Ederson. Ederson launches the ball down the line. Not the greatest goal kick. And really well done there by Porro. Heads the ball back to Radu Dragashin. Basuma lays the ball off to Davis, back to Vicario. When I go quiet, it means not a lot is happening, guys, by the way. When my voice quickens up, it means something's happening. So Maddison back in on our own box here. Here's Basuma. Gives the ball to Udogie. Udogie to Son. Son dinks the ball over the top, but that's easily cleared by Ake. Son brings the ball down again. We started okay here. We started okay this second half. We're having a lot of the football. There's a long field pass over to Kulu. It's just madness, isn't it? Sometimes I watch Spurs play and you think, look how organised we are. Other times I watch us and I'm like, I just don't know what we are. It's so frustrating. Anyway, here's Vicario. Oh, wasn't the best pass, but it did find its way through to Sarr. We've given the ball away. Note the free kick by Gundogan. And James Maddison is down, but he's going to get back up. I think it was a bit soft, but Spurs have the free kick. Let's have a look. Yeah, it was a foul. It was. I mean, it wasn't a lot in it, but it was a foul. So James Maddison is holding his knee. Is he going to get up? Has he just got a bit of cramp? I think he'll be all right. Yep, he's all right. He's up. So Radu Dragashin pings the ball over the top, but only Solanke was up there and they dealt with that. And here's Vardio down the left-hand side. He's cut back inside. And Gundogan can now spread the ball out wide to Kyle Walker. Just trying to see what Man City have done here. I wonder how long it'll be as well before we see Kevin De Bruyne. There's the ball back to Ake. It looks like Ake is playing centre-half with Akanji. It looks like they've gone to a bit more of an orthodox 4 at the back, City, but I'm guessing that will change in possession. Here's Haaland picking the ball up in midfield, gives it to Savio. Savio looking for the out ball, plays a ball through, not a good ball, well intercepted by Porro. Porro can run. Keep going, Porro. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Don't give it to Kulu. Keep going. Porro whips the ball across all the way to the back post. There was too much on it. Sonny, there was too much on it. Sonny was coming in, but Porro did the right thing there. Much better. Actually went down the right instead of inverting. Here's Basuma. Basuma to Maddison. Maddison into Son. Done well with the first 5 minutes here. First 5 minutes. We haven't given anything away. It's good. Long way to go. First 5 minutes. It's been very solid. Now, the ball's gone all the way back to Vicario. Haaland's going to press him. Sarr. Whenever we play it out the back, I really do worry. But we've beaten the press here. And a free kick for the body check by Akanji on James Maddison. So Tottenham have a free kick. We'll be happy with that. We're very happy with that. Oh, God, it's a bit hot. James Maddison was body checked into. He's been outstanding today as James Maddison. He's been absolutely outstanding. I would love James Maddison to get his hat-trick today. Pep looks worried. I mean, he signed a new 2-year deal. This wouldn't have been what he would have wanted. But he's got players on the bench. We don't. So this is going to be interesting. There's a ball over the top. And Ederson comes out, claims the ball easily, gives it to Gundogan. At the moment, City not really creating anything. They created a lot in the first half, not in this second half. So far, so good from Tottenham. Here's Bernardo Silva. Lays it off to Gundogan. Gundogan to Walker. Back into Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis has beaten the press, has he? And Sarr with the foul. Sarr with the foul. And Rico Lewis gives the ball early to Ake. Ake's gone out wide to Vardio. Spurs have got a good shape here at the moment. I always think it's much better when we've got that shape and not the high line. Gung-ho, I think it's much better. There's the ball across. Over to Carl Walker. Carl Walker's going to drive into the space. He's played it into Phil Foden. Phil Foden lays it off, given away. Back to Phil Foden, though. He can't claim it, and Kulu can bring it out. Kulu, great touch. Kulu's going through 1, 2, 3, and then it was one too many, but he's got the ball back. He's got the ball back. Tottenham have got 3 versus 3. The ball's whipped all the way across. Solanke's gone too wide. Can he still pull it back? There's the ball. It's 3-0. Tottenham are 3-0 up. That's got to be game, set, and match. That has got to be game, set, and match. Kulusevski, the ball didn't score. Porro did. The ball was played out to Solanke. He did really, really well. The shot wasn't on. He pulled it back. Porro had gone into play. My prediction is horribly wrong. Tottenham are 3-0 up. Everyone can be very happy. And that has to be game, set, and match. 3-0 to Tottenham. I didn't see this coming. Many of us didn't. What a result this is turning into. I thought we'd lost the ball in midfield. But if we look at it again, let's have a look at this again. Kulu went past 1 or 2. I thought he'd done too much. But Sonny with a great little toe poke through to Kulu. Kulu with a ball. The ball from Kulu wasn't the greatest. It wasn't the greatest. But Solanke kept it in play, pulled it back. And Man City are at 6s and 7s here. This is going to be 5 on the spin. And Man City fans are going to be having their inquest. We don't care. We are 3-0 up. This is going to be 3 points. Even Spurs do not bottle from here. Even Spurs. What a great performance. This has been a superb performance. Tottenham Hotspur are 3-0 up away at Man City. And we don't look like we don't look like we're going to stop. I think we're going to keep going here. This against Ipswich. Where was this team against Ipswich? Madness. Oh, madness from Tottenham Hotspur. Absolute madness. City look at 6s and 7s. They couldn't cope with the overload. And that was brilliant from Tottenham. Brilliant from Porro to get in there and support Solanke. Some right backs wouldn't have, but he did. He kept going. And now Tottenham are in cruise control. Again, now all we've got to do is nothing silly for the next 35 minutes. And we've got 3 very, very good points. For Rico Lewis, that's going to be a yellow card. Yeah, it's going to be a yellow card. Thought so. As soon as he made that foul. Oh, look, this is where we get idiots. This is where we get idiot. Harry, stop. Stop, Harry. One more, you're gone. We're not doing idiots in the chat. Just be happy that we're winning. Why can't all Spurs fans be happy at the same time? Why is it that half the fan base have to go at the other half for when we're winning? It's madness. Madness. So Tottenham 3, Man City 0. I don't think Man City have got it in them here. I don't think they've got it in them. We said which Man City would come out this half. I thought it would be the wounded animal, but it isn't. It's the feeling sorry for yourself animal that have come out, and Tottenham have absolutely ripped that to pieces, taken advantage, and absolutely got it spot on. Credit where it's due. Absolutely spot on. The rain is falling. The goals are falling. Tottenham Hotspur 3-0 up away at Man City. And I'd love to watch some Man City channels later. I think that would be very interesting to see what they're saying about their club. But is this a favourable result for your team's title challenge? Is this a favourable result for you? I don't know what that means. Sorry. That I'm Arsenal. Brilliant. So Tottenham with the ball with Vicario. Nothing silly here. I can't see that they're not going to get 3 goals, but nothing silly. Porro again here, got the ball down the line. Porro, play him in. He's played in Solanke. Solanke, has he got round his man? No, Akanji's done well there. But Tottenham look like they can get in behind. Here's Bernardo Silva at the other end. Bernardo Silva cuts in. We've done brilliantly there. I think the first 15 minutes was shocking. Since then, I think we've been absolutely excellent. Here is Rico Lewis. He goes out wide to Vardiol. Vardiol is going to whip the ball low. It went into Foden, but again, brilliant tracking from Papasar, who's gone about his job very quietly today. Very, very quietly today. Very effectively. Here is Gundogan. Gundogan into Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis plays the ball over to Akanji. Back to Rico Lewis. Spreads the ball wide to Savio, who hasn't had the ball this second half. Savio cuts in. Goes one more to Rico Lewis. Really good tracking back there from Kulusevski. And here's Son. Sonny, can he play the ball out? There's the ball. Nah, poor ball, Sonny. We had a really good chance to break there. Poor ball. Poor ball there. But Tottenham have got it back with James Maddison. I think he's done too much there, but luckily Sonny's got the ball back. For me, Sonny looks tired. I think if we're going to be honest, I think Sonny looks tired. I think Sonny looks tired. A lot of his passing starting to become a bit sloppy now. I said it would be 2-1 to City. I was terribly wrong. C to the fourth. I give it. Savio is only 20. Jesus Christ. He's a brilliant player. What are we doing? This is where people get really silly. Here is Bernardo Silva. He's got Savio to the left, to the right of him. Sorry, Savio one-on-one with Adogi. Savio pulls it back. Spurs have got a very good line. Carl Walker with a ball across, cut out by Basuma, who's done very well since the first minute when he got the booking. And Man City have won the ball back again in midfield. I think we're doing the right thing. We've got bodies behind the ball. We don't need to do too much, and don't need to be giving fouls away like that by Sarr. But I think we're doing absolutely the right thing here on the counter attack. That is all we need to do on the counter attack. All we need to do. So here's Savio on the right hand side. Tottenham have got bodies back. Savio jinks one way, lays it off. Here's Carl Walker. Carl Walker back to Savio. Savio lays it. No, he doesn't. He goes again. He's trying to run across. Spurs have got bodies back. There's the ball over the top to Vardiol. Vardiol plays the ball across the middle. The shot from Ake and really good defending from Dragoshin. The ball, it was a good ball in from Vardiol. Low. It wasn't that hard. Low into the space. And as Ake took his shot, Dragoshin had followed him all the way. And Dragoshin and Ben Davies, hats off to them. There's the ball in from Rico Lewis. Headed clear. City have no route to goal here at all. City have no route to goal. Here's Savio. Knocks another ball into the middle. Ben Davies again. Ben Davies has been excellent today. Definitely, yes. In since the first 15 minutes. Haaland has hit the bar. Haaland's hit the bar. Haaland has had so many chances today. Spurs played a really poor ball back. Let's look at it again. Sonny, Basuma with a bad touch. It went to Haaland. Haaland tried to score from a really tough angle, hit the bar. Can't be doing silly balls like that. There's no need. There's no need for it. Nothing silly, and we've got a great win. So far, so good. We've given up some chances. We've rode our luck. Every team needs to ride luck every now and then. But we keep giving it away at the moment. We keep giving it away. But listen, 3 goals. 3 goals is a big lead. 3 goals is a big lead. Haaland's missed a lot of chances today. He really has. But here comes Man City again. Bernardo Silva. He goes. I'm surprised we're not seeing Kevin De Bruyne, if I'm honest. There's a ball down the line to Silva. Silva's pulled it all the way back. And Man City with another chance. This time cleared by Pedro Porro. Again, they're getting chances. We've just got a safeguard. We don't want one to go in. Then the nerves start to go. You know, get to 70 minutes 3-0. Get to 70 minutes 3-0. Akanji with a wide raking ball, too much on it, and Tottenham have a throw in on the right-hand side. We just don't need to do anything silly. We don't need to do anything silly here. So Silva pulled the ball back. I don't know if it was going in, but the ball it was Vardiol. Was it going in? Well, it was on target. I think Vicario had it covered. I'm really hot. I'm really, really hot. Kevin De Bruyne there in view, warming up. And a free kick for Tottenham Hotspur. Don't let us down, Liverpool. Oh, yeah. Sonny, for me, looks like he needs to come off, if I'm honest. I think, listen, he'll probably go and score. Johnson is getting stripped right now. Johnson is getting stripped right now. So I'm guessing it'll be for Son. There's a long ball by Spurs over the top. Won by Vardiel. Here's Nathan Ake. Goes back to Ederson. Ederson launches it long. Spurs have got the ball again in the midfield. As things stand, people, as things stand, Tottenham have gone up to 6th place. We'll stay there depending on Newcastle's result. Depending on Newcastle's result on Monday night. Yes, it is Son. Sonny is coming off for Brennan Johnson. I think that's the right move. Sonny is coming off for Brennan Johnson. He gets a little pat on the back from Carl Walker. After this win, Carlos will be 6th, and then we'll stay 6th depending on the Newcastle West Ham result on Monday night. If Newcastle win that, we'll go down to 7th. If they don't, at the moment, we're level on points with Forest and Villa, but have a superior goal difference to them. So at the moment, we've gone into 6th. We're into the Europa League spaces. So James Maddison takes the captain's armband. Fair play to him. So Radu Dragusin plays it into Basuma. Basuma takes a touch, goes home to Vicario. Again, we don't need to do anything silly. Nothing silly. Again, balls like that. We don't need to be playing balls like that. Madison's done well there, but we don't need to be playing balls like that into the final Man City's final third. We don't need to do that. Here's Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis does really well to turn away from Solanke. Plays the ball into Gundogan. Gundogan out wide. I expect Man City to have most of the ball from now on, and I expect counter-attacks from Tottenham. Here is Savio. We've got 2 players on him. They're doubling up well on him because he's a very good player, no matter what that guy said just now. It's really silly. By the way, the downgrade wouldn't have been from Mahrez to Savio. Mahrez left them a couple of years back. It's, we can... Hey, here's Savio. Savio dinks the ball to the back post. It's gone all the way over to Vardiel. Vardiel takes a shot. And again, Man City have had chance after chance, and he got under it. It wasn't convincing at all. He got under the ball. His volley sliced up over the bar. And Man City, they've had their chances, but they've had 14 shots in this game and only 2 on target. We've had 6 shots and 5 on target. We've been absolutely clinical. And that's what it needs to be. There's a little flick from Kulu. Oh, no, it's going to be... Sorry, it's already gone out for a throw. Haaland looks pissed off. The Spurs players look switched on, which is good, which is impressive. So here's Vardiel. At 2-0, I worry. At 3-0, I don't. At 3-0, I don't worry. I'm very happy that I was wrong about the scoreline. Man City now they're trying to find gaps, and we're not giving them. We're not giving them gaps. And that's what we need. This is how I think we should play most games. I think we always look so much better when we do this. Here is Vardiel. Vardiel into Gundogan. Gundogan plays it through to Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis is trying to run through. He's asking for a free kick. He's not going to get it. Solanke can turn. Solanke can run. Solanke's still got the ball. There's the ball through to Kulu. Kulu on the right-hand side. Is he taking it one too many? He's cut back. He's had a dig. Good save by Ederson. Good save. That could have been for me. Kulu should have laid that back. But he cut in on his left, had a shot, and Ederson, I would say, kept Man City in the game, but I don't think they are at 3-0. They're not in the game at all. And listen, this has been a very, very good performance. And we have 25 minutes left to keep it this way. Here is Vardiel to Ake. The City players, if I'm honest, look downtrodden would be the word I'd use. I don't think they quite know what's hit them here, if we're going to be brutally honest. Here's Bernardo Silva, lays it back to Carl Walker. Walker takes a touch, dinks it into the box. Haaland tries to head it. Really good defending by Dragusin. Dragusin has done very well today. Him and Davis have been very good today. And there's another shot from Rico Lewis, high and over the bar. And that Man City, just too many shots that are going nowhere near our goal. And that's great news for us. But Pep, every time they do, He's clapping, he's encouraging them, but he must be absolutely fuming. But again, they're showing the opportunity at the other end. Kulu did well to cut back, but there wasn't really any conviction in his shot. I tell you what, I think Dragusin and Davis have done brilliantly today. Absolutely brilliantly today. And neither of them deserve to get dropped on this. If we're going to be brutally honest, none of them deserve to be dropped. I know that's not going to happen, but I don't think Romero should walk straight back in. I really don't. So the game's it's gone into this pattern now of City having a lot of the ball, but not really doing anything, and then having some half chances. Spurs don't need to do a lot. Here's Savio running at Udogie. Udogie's done brilliantly, and then Savio's given away the free kick, and it's a Tottenham free kick. We're going to see this out. At the moment, I don't see the need for any changes. At the moment, I don't see the need for any changes. I don't. They're now panning to Rodri in the Man City players lounge. Yeah, the win percentage with Rodri, the defeat ratio is 2.6% with him, 33% without. Joseph, it should, and it could. But again, I think this game suits him because he's not bringing the ball out and having loads of time on it. I think this suits him better. I really do. Really do. Really, really do. I'm surprised City haven't made any attacking changes. But here's Gundogan. Again, we've closed the gaps. We look so much better when we do this. Genuinely. Here's Rico Lewis. Plays it into Vardiel. Vardiel is going to whip one in left-footed. He's dinked it to the back post. There's Haaland. Another chance over the bar. I feel like they could play all day and not score here. They could play all day. They've had about 18 or 19 chances. They can't finish their dinner at the moment. They can't finish their dinner at the moment. That's all. That's all. It was a good ball in from Vardiel. He stuck it up. I think Haaland was probably a bit too forward for that. And the ball's gone out for a throw-in. Yeah, I'm surprised City haven't made any changes. But listen, at the moment, keep it as it is, Pep. We're doing well here. Keep it as it is. No, I don't think this is pure luck at all. I think we look much better when we play like this rather than the gung-ho. I think we look much better when we play this. At the moment, City have got no answer to break us down. When we play the gung-ho football, people break us down easily. So for me, I would adopt more of this sort of tactic every game. I can't see how they break us down at the moment. So it's very good. It's very, very good. We've got 20 minutes to see this out. They're not going to get free in 20 minutes. They're just not. Here's Vardiel. He's had a lot of the ball down the left-hand side. He's got into Akanji. Foden, Akanji. Back to Vardiel. Back to Akanji. They're not really going anywhere. Played it off to Ake. Down the line, Walker goes to Savio. Savio, is he going to run at them again? No, he's not. They've doubled up well. Again, this is something we don't normally do. The doubling up of the wingers. We don't normally do that. We don't normally do that. Has he changed it just because it's City? Or are we going to see this moving forward? These are the questions. There's a ball out wide to Vardiel. Vardiel takes it down. Lays it back to Akanji. Akanji lost the ball, but Foden won it back. Ball goes out wide to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva dinks it across. No, he doesn't. To be fair to him, Brennan Johnson got the tackle in. I thought he was going to dink it. He didn't. He cut back. Brennan Johnson stuck to his task well. That's what we don't normally do. Everything we've done today is what we don't normally do. Yeah? I think after the first 15 minutes, we stopped with the crazy high line. I think we've doubled up well. We've marked well. We've closed gaps. There's a cross that's come in straight into the hands of Acario. Tottenham are cruising at the moment. There's no real danger. So Tottenham, just keep doing what you're doing. 19 minutes. There's a ball over the top to Kulu. Spurs at the moment, we're not doing anything going forward. We don't need to. Kevin De Bruyne is entering the park. For me, too little too late for them to be bringing him on. Too little too late. But Kevin De Bruyne is coming on as James Maddison gives away a free kick in the middle of the park. Here's Rico Lewis. He's driving through the midfield, gives it to Gundogan. Yeah, Robert, I think the two centre-halves have been excellent today. And again, the two centre-halves have been excellent from the moment we stopped playing the high line. Now, don't get me wrong. We're giving away chances, but they've been excellent when they're not playing the high line. Here's Phil Foden. Phil Foden, he's wriggled past one, wriggled past two. He's had a shot. It was really tame, really, really tame. And Vicario got down. It will count as another shot, but all their shots have been very tame, over the bar. I don't know who that's aimed at. So here's Man City with the ball again. They've had a lot of the ball, but not really going anywhere. Savio is running through, and this time gives it away. Papa Sarr doesn't need to go forward quickly. We don't need to do anything with urgency. What we also don't need to do is a really poor ball like that. But luckily, we've won the free kick. Jack Grealish and De Bruyne are coming on. I mean, 17 minutes to go. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. 2-0 maybe. Not a 3-0. Not a 3-0. Jack Grealish is going to... Let's see who they're going to bring on. They're bringing on... looks like Savinho, whatever you want to call him. Savio has come off for Kevin De Bruyne. And Rico Lewis is going off for Jack Grealish. So they've put on two very attacking players. I don't think it matters at this stage. I can't remember the last time I saw a team come back from 3-0 down with 17 minutes to go. I'm not worried at all here. I'm not worried at all. This has been a great performance. First 15 minutes, rubbish. Since then, absolutely excellent. Everything has been right today. Everything. Very happy to be wrong about my opinion. So here's Bernardo Silva. Plays it down the line to De Bruyne. De Bruyne is one-on-one with Ben Davies. He lays it back to Silva. Silva to Walker. Here's De Bruyne. De Bruyne plays the ball into Silva. He's got past his man. The ball's got across. Great defensive clearance from Porro. It was a really good ball. The outside of the boot. Bernardo Silva put it in the middle. There were two City players waiting to finish. And Porro with the good header. Here's Carl Walker with what can only be described as a horrendous cross. So, yeah. Yes, you did, Kirk. Yes, you did. We've seen a lot of firsts today. I don't think there's anything to complain about today. I think after that first 15 minutes, I think we've been dominant. Absolutely. Dominant from a clinical perspective, not from having the ball, but we've been excellent. Just watching that third goal again. Well done. Listen, I thought that was brilliant hold-up play from Solanke and Porro. What a good job he did to get into that area. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne giving the ball away, but they've won it back with Gundogan. City have got nowhere to go. City have got nowhere to go. We've done brilliantly. We're plugging the gaps. This is how I would play every single game. This is how I play every game. Bernardo Silva to the back post. Vicario comes and claims it. Again, not worried. They don't look like they've got a clue how to score at the moment. It's only November, but Man City are going to be 8 points off the top if Liverpool win their game tomorrow away at Southampton. So, Man City, it's a big gap, isn't it? Here's Bernardo Silva, though. Spurs starting to give the ball away a bit more regularly. Here's De Bruyne. His cross really well blocked by Davis. I want to give a real big shout. I think Ben Davies and Dragoshin have been absolutely brilliant. Here's Kevin De Bruyne, who's floating around from the right, plays the ball into Gundogan. Gundogan has a shot, saved by Vicario. Gundogan, again, another chance for City. And again, no real conviction. And Spurs look comfortable. We look very comfortable. Years gone by, I would have been panicking at this. But today, we've looked solid. Here's a corner kick from Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne whips it in. It's gone over everyone, and Basuma clears it. Really well done by Basuma. Carl Walker wins the header. And then it's brought down to Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne is going to whip the ball in, is he? He's whipped it in, left-footed to the back post. It's gone over to Bernardo Silva. It's gone all the way down. Foden's had a shot, but it's blocked, and now Tottenham can break, can they? Kanji's annoyed. Kanji's annoyed. He doesn't think it's a free kick. I thought it was a free kick. Kanji says he doesn't think it is. But Tottenham Hotspur have a free kick. 13 minutes to go. We're cruising to a 3-0 win at the moment. And Vicario, I think it's the best I've seen. Vicario play, Dragusin, Ben Davis, some great performances. I think Ben Davis has done brilliantly. Maddison's done brilliantly. He's just been taken down cynically by Bernardo Silva, who gets a yellow card. And that pretty much sums up the day for Man City compared to Spurs. Maddison was flying through. Bernardo Silva brought him down. Yes. And no, I want to see, Colin, what I want to see is these tweaks when we're not playing Man City. I want to see these tweaks when we're playing other teams and we just go gung-ho. This has been a very, very good performance. Very, very good performance. We've rolled our luck at times. Got to ride your luck in games, haven't you? Every good team rides their luck. Yeah, great. A bit of work there from Basuma. It looked like City were on a break. Basuma dangled a foot in, won the ball. Brilliant. Again, to a man, we've been brilliant today. I think the midfielders worked so hard. Credit to Basuma as well. He got that yellow card 15 seconds in and he's been a titan in there. Him and Papa Sarr. James Maddison's got through a workload as well. So has Kulu. Absolutely outstanding in that midfield today. Absolutely. They're positionally placed properly today. It's really nice to see. So 11 minutes to go. Man City are going to get well beaten here by Tottenham Hotspur. De Bruyne plays the ball in to Haaland. Haaland wins it back at the second attempt. Here's De Bruyne. He's played it into Haaland. Haaland, great save again. Tottenham Hotspur. How we are keeping this ball out of our net. What wonderful, wonderful play. It's all got a little bit huffy in there now. De Bruyne was trying to come for the follow-up, and I think he went through on the player. I don't think he meant to, and I think everyone should just calm down. Basuma, you've been booked. Just keep calm. 3-0 up. There's nothing we need to do. Don't get embroiled in anything silly. I don't think he meant to do it. He had to go for the ball. He's going to give De Bruyne a yellow card. I think that's fine. Give him a yellow card. We move on. But Vicario is stopping everything that's thrown at him. Everything that's thrown at him, Vicario is saving. You would expect him to, by the way. A lot of it is straight at him. But listen, great result. This is going to be a great result. Can we continue this against Fulham? Then on to the next game. That's what we've got to see, right? It looks like Papa Sarr has been booked as well. Let's have a look. So the shot came in from Haaland. Great save. On the rebound, De Bruyne, I think De Bruyne had to go for it. I think Sarr's got to grow up a little bit there, if I'm honest. De Bruyne had to go for that shot, right? And then Sarr reacted all a bit silly. I think it's all a bit silly. But, hey. Shane, listen. As far as I'm concerned, people celebrate tonight. Celebrate massively. Celebrate. Not you, but just don't attack other fans. Celebrate. Yeah? We should all be celebrating tonight. Instead, we're going to have videos about YouTubers and this and that and absolutely madness. But listen, this is a great performance and we should celebrate it. They got 10 minutes. At the moment, it just doesn't look like they've got anything in the locker here, Man City. Papa Sarr with a yellow being confirmed there. De Bruyne doesn't look fit to me, if we're going to be brutally honest. Scott, come on, Scott, come on. If you go to the Etihad and win 3-0, come on, man. Come on. If you go to the Etihad and win 3-0, you can't say celebrate what. You've got to enjoy these wins, surely. Surely we've got to enjoy these wins. Oh, come on. Come on, man. Here's Carl Walker. He goes across to Nathan Ake. Here's Akanji over to Ake. The game was done and dusted at 3-0, wasn't it? And listen, we're doing the right thing. We don't need to pressure for a goal. Just 10 men behind the ball. That's all we need to do. Here's Kevin De Bruyne on the right-hand side. Lays it off to Walker. Listen, you've got to celebrate if you beat City at the Etihad 3-0, surely. Got to. Got to. Here's Vardiol, still got the ball. We've got so many men behind the ball. They're not going to get through. Here's Nathan Ake, dinks one wide to Bernardo Silva. He's got a Dogie for company. Bernardo Silva whips one in. It's cleared by Papa Sarr. Gundogan goes up, wins the ball. It's gone to Vardiol. Vardiol to Grealish. Grealish, brilliant work by Papa Sarr. Brilliant work by Papa Sarr. Really calm and composed from Papa Sarr there. He's still got it, Sarr. But this time gives it away. He's undone everything I said. But City can't capitalise. We've just seen the best of Sarr and the worst of Sarr. Sorry, in 5 seconds. He did absolutely brilliantly. Mopped up, gave the ball, received it again, and then passed it straight to one of their players. Since 2022, this is their first defeat at the Etihad for 2 years. You've got to celebrate that. Yeah, you've got to. They haven't lost at home for 2 years. Here's Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish dinks it to the back post. It's gone over everyone. There's Bernardo Silva. And guess where his volley went? High and over the bar. Yeah, Colin, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's difficult to judge when you're playing this team, but absolutely. I agree. I completely agree with you, Nick. I completely agree with you. Completely agree with you. Spurs fans in the way in look very, very happy. And rightly so. Rightly so. When you get a win like this, you have to celebrate it. And questions are going to be asked at Man City, but listen, that's a Man City problem. Who's saying this is City's beat? I haven't seen anyone say that. I don't know what you mean. Sorry. Has anyone seen? I haven't seen that. Sorry. Here is Vardiol and another shot tipped over the bar, but it looks like he's going to be offside again. Man City can't find a way through. They cannot find a way through. And again, for me, when we don't play the high line, we actually look good. When we play the high line, we look good. Then we go and play the high line against teams like Ipswich and Palace, and we don't look good. Very confusing team, Tottenham Hotspur. Very confusing team. Very, very confusing. But Tottenham Hotspur, God, it feels like this game's gone on forever. Vicario knocks the ball down the line. Nathan Ake is going to head that clear. Tottenham have got bodies there. We've given it away, though, to Gundogan. Again, this is cruising. I've never felt so comfortable at Manchester City. Never felt so comfortable. This is a great win. A very, very good win. Very happy that, I mean, I only predicted 2-1. I didn't think it was going to be 4-1 or 5-1 or anything, but happy to be very wrong. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Brings the ball out the sky brilliantly. Whips it across. And again, Adogi has done really, really well. The ball was ricocheted into Carl Walker. He goes back to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva goes high to the back post. They've left it. Jack Grealish keeps it on, does he? He does. No, he doesn't. I wish the linesman would just put their flag up and say that it's out. Come on. Of course. We'd want him to go one better, but of course. Listen, I think what we've got to stop doing is we win one game, we're amazing. We lose one game, we're shit. All I want is consistency. And when I see games like this, it's great. And then we see the games against Ipswich and it's like, we're like a bipolar football team. I just don't ever know what I'm going to get. Today's been brilliant. Today's been absolutely brilliant. There's the ball for Bernardo Silva into Carl Walker. Carl Walker, the ball is cleared by Adogi, out of play for a corner kick. And he's gone down with, has he done a hamstring or is it cramp? think it's cramp. Great result. This is a great result. It makes you wonder, what would we have played like this if Van der Ven and Romero had been at centre half? Just asking for a friend. It's going to be an interesting talking point. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. The ball's whipped in, another poor corner. Again, they've really not laid a glove. They've had lots of shots, but they've not laid a glove from a point of view. Hang on, great work by Kulu down the left-hand side. He's played a ball down the line to Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson's going to go around the keeper, and he's hit the post. I think there's going to be offside, is it? But the refs allow play on. I don't know if that was offside or not. They just kind of kept going, and then I don't know what happened, but Johnson went round the goalkeeper. I stopped because I thought it was offside. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne. He don't look fit to me, Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, he don't look fit. I can see why Pep wasn't starting him. He don't look fit to me. But the ball's gone across to Gundogan. His little flick, and that kind of sums up City's afternoon. His flick was easily cleared by Tottenham. And Tottenham Hotspur are 2.5 minutes, sorry, 2 minutes plus injury time from, for me, the best win of the season. Yes, the Villa, when we gung-ho and all that, this for me. And now we're going to see Bergvall and Timo Werner for the last 2 minutes. Bergvall and Timo Werner for the last 2 minutes. Still no Archie Gray. But listen, James Maddison, absolutely brilliant today. Absolutely brilliant today. He's been brilliant. 2 wonderful goals. He's going to go off. He's going to get the standing ovation he deserves, not from the City fans, but from the Tottenham fans. And this has been an absolute brilliant performance from James Maddison. That first finish is a difficult one. The second finish is a difficult one. The first one, you've got to concentrate as the ball's coming out the air. The second one, touch with the right foot, dink with the left foot. Brilliant. For me, get him in. He's got to play every game. Get him in. Every game. Yes, I think so. Yes. I think this is his best win. The way we've played, I think this is his best win. I think Jed Spence is coming on as well here. So Spencer's, hang on, I'll tell you all three in a minute. I'll tell you all three. So Werner's on for Maddison. Spence is on for Udogie. John, just relax. It's just football, man. It's just football. It's just football. Sure, but that's what he's meant to be sorting out, right? This is the problem video complete. You told me in the summer we were in a title race. So again, you can't start. You've changed. You've gone full circle on what you said, right? It wasn't that, and you weren't saying that in the summer. Anyway, it's to be seen how many minutes of injury time. I reckon what, 4, 5. I think Man City will just want this to be over. So at 4 minutes, 4 minutes, the Etihad is emptying out. The City fans are going to be very, very, very despondent. We don't give a shit. This has been a great, great performance. The first 15 minutes, really ropey. Since then, just been brilliant. Just big to a man. There's a ball from Kevin De Bruyne, gone all the way across. And a Dragoshin again with another. Dragoshin's been excellent. And again, look at this. A game where we've not played the high line for the majority of the game. Dragoshin's a good defender. Play him in a high line. He is not a good defender. Again, when players are played in their proper positions, they look better. Really, yeah, he's done really well today. I think he's been absolutely brilliant today. I don't know if they've given out a man of the match yet on Sky, but we'll find out. But again, brilliant defending from Radu Dragoshin. For me, as I've said, I don't think they could be dropped. For me, I don't think they should be dropped. If I'm honest, I don't think you can put in a performance like this. And then for me, I don't think you change the team. I don't know if anyone else agrees. I don't think you change the team. As Akanji gets a yellow for a foul on Bergvall, blatant foul. Who got man of the match? Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, okay, sure. I think he's been excellent the whole game. I think he's been absolutely brilliant. Are we seeing the end of City? Who knows? Who knows? There's a long way of the season to go. But Tottenham, for me, this is our best win for years. For years, this is our best win. Vicario knocks it long. 2 minutes to go. The game's done and dusted. Tottenham have got an absolutely phenomenal win at Man City. I think it was brilliant today. Again, yeah, absolutely. If it's not broke, don't change it. Next week, I don't care if Van der Ven and Romero are fit. Don't play them. Don't play them. Listen, look, I think we've been excellent. We can't say, hang on, Timo Werner, is he going to get a fourth? Timo Werner, it's 4-0. It's 4-0. Spurs have finished off the route. Timo Werner, the ball, he just kept going down the line. Timo Werner, he's pulled it across. And who was there doing what he does? Brennan Johnson with a 4-0 tap in. This is our best win for years and years. This has been an absolute brilliant performance from Tottenham Hotspur. How many of us are in the wrong for predicting a Man City defeat, a Man City win? How many of us? So happy. Timo ran and ran and ran. I didn't think the cross was going anywhere. And then all of a sudden, there he was at the back post, 4-0. He's capped off what has been a magnificent afternoon for Tottenham Hotspur. I don't care what people want to say about Man City not being at their best. What a magnificent performance this has been. Jack Grealish gave the ball away. And Werner ran. And he ran. And he ran. And he pulled it across. And Brennan Johnson followed it in. And Tottenham have won 4-0. Tottenham have won this game 4-0. And this has got to go. I mean, we don't win away games. We have an awful away record. And then they pull this out the bag. Absolutely brilliant. Pull this out the bag. Hats off to everyone. And just got it spot on today. The players have been absolutely brilliant to a man. Yeah, absolutely brilliant to a man. The defence has been brilliant. The midfield's been excellent. Solanke's done well. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Now go on and beat Fulham. Get some consistency. Ref, blow this whistle. Come on, blow the whistle. End this game. Put them out their misery. Let us celebrate. 4-0 to Tottenham Hotspur. What an away performance. The only away performance I can think like this, but not to this level, would be 6-1 at United. Again, that wasn't a United who were champions. Tottenham have won 4-0. The game is over. What a magnificent performance that was. And I didn't see it coming. Many of you didn't see it coming, but it came. And wow, what a fantastic performance. So happy for James Maddison. So happy for him. I think he's been used as a scapegoat. And then he does that. Absolutely breathtaking from start to finish. Hands up. I got it wrong. Who else got it wrong? Hands up. I expect to see a lot of hands raised in that chat. Nick, I would say our best performance for years. For years and years and years. I think that was our best performance for a bloody long time. Guys and girls, smash the like button. We'll stick around. We'll stick around. But let's take a breather. Let's take a breather. Honestly, I feel high blood pressure. God, need to see a doctor. I don't. Great question, Bilal. Is this Tottenham's best ever away result in the Premier League? I'll let people in the chat debate that. What a performance. Tottenham have gone from what we saw at Ipswich to that. It is 1 to 100. I don't know who we are. I don't care tonight. That was a brilliant performance, and I am absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong about... I said City would win. I really thought City would bounce back, but that was a fantastic result from manager through to players, all of them. I thought all of them were absolutely... No, I didn't admit I was wrong about Ange, Mr. Sanders. Grow up. I said I was wrong about this game. I thought City would win. Again, Jekyll and Hyde, Tottenham, it's in force. But this week was a good week. Next week, who knows? But for me, I mean, to go to Man City, who have not lost a home game for 2 years. For 2 years, they've not lost a home game. And so to get that, absolutely brilliant. And as Spurs fans tonight, we should all be very, very happy. Everything. Listen, the first 15 minutes, City, you would expect, they came out, they dominated, they should have scored. We stuck in there. And Dragusin and Davis, I thought were absolutely magnificent. By the way, Adogi and Porro, all the defending was absolutely brilliant. All the defenders were brilliant. Saab, Basuma in front of them. Maddison's work rate. Maddison's work rate. Kulu's work rate. And I just look and I think, where were those players against Ipswich? I don't understand. And this is the life of a Spurs fan. But today we celebrate. That was a fantastic result. Absolutely fantastic result. To a man, Brennan Johnson came on, right place, right time. James Maddison, for me, pulled the strings. I thought he was brilliant. Kulu absolutely bullied Vardiol. And they don't want to play us. They don't want to play us again, do they? But let's have a look, shall we? Hang on, let me remove that, guys. Sorry, 1 second. Let me remove that. Hang on. Let's go full screen. There we go. Let me bring up the Premier League table. Let's see what this has done. We have now cemented ourselves. As the top goal scorers in the Premier League by 4 goals. And we have got the second best goal difference in the league. And we are now 6th in the table. We are 6th in the table, 19 points. So we are 3 points off Chelsea, Arsenal, and Brighton. 3 points with Fulham at home. Go and win that game, Spurs. Go and win that game. So absolutely, listen, nothing changes for me, Matty. The win's superb. I'm going to say it. I'll say it every week until I'm blue in the face. Consistency. Go and keep winning. Go and keep winning. Don't win this week, then mess up next week, and then we win them. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. We should all be very, very happy Spurs fans tonight. By the way, more and more people are joining the stream. So big up to each and every one of you. Please do smash that like button. And I will try and get to as many comments as possible, but there are a lot of people. Let's talk about this, guys and girls. All right, let's talk about this. Should Spurs put the same team out against Fulham? For me, absolutely. I don't think you can drop anyone after that. And again, not for me. Not for me. I think this is where you say, right, look how they done. Keep them in. Look how they done. But again, I thought to a man, we put our bodies on the line. But what we've got to do is we can't just be beating good teams, right? We can't just be up for that. We have to be up for the Ipswich. We have to be up for the Crystal Palace. But today, absolutely brilliant. Yes, Fulham lost 4-1 today to Wolves. Yeah, funny old day of results. Villa drew, who we're level on points with them. If we beat, yeah, sure. If is the biggest word in football, right? It's about what we need to do moving forward now. It's about what we need to do. But listen, I'll be surprised if you find any Spurs fan that isn't happy tonight. Come on, they're not a Spurs fan. That is brilliant. These are the days we live for, right? These are the days we live for. Double S said, arguably, yes, a very good performance today. Amazing. Listen, City, we didn't give them the gaps in the second half. We didn't. They had a lot of chances, but we kind of left them to kind of half chances, skewed efforts, half volleys, stretching headers. But, DJ Greenlock, this is what we've got to see. When we play our next game that isn't Man City, can we do that again and not leave those massive gaps in behind? James Sheffield, big up to you. I said, very happy. I somehow expected the results, but not the performance. It's always nice, isn't it? When you get the performance to go with the result as well. Like if you win a game 2-1 and you go, oh, we didn't deserve that, but we'll take it. Today, from 15 minutes onward, I thought we were brilliant. I thought we were absolutely brilliant. Sorry. Needed a glass of water. And just so you know, when that person said the other day that, isn't it funny, I do better when Spurs. I do better when Spurs lose. I've just looked in the YouTube algorithm, and that was my highest ever consistent numbers of people watching for a watch along, and Spurs won. So again, that's not quite true. And Savva said, Savva, Davis and Dragusin look so much better than Romero. They don't drift away from position. I think what we've got to say is Davis and Dragusin are defenders. First and foremost, they want to defend. But again, when we stopped dropping that back line after about 15, 20 minutes, right? Absolutely brilliant defending. The moment they play the high line with Van der Ven and Romero, you allow people to come in behind. Savva, as we have talked about previously, and is successful when his players are given the opportunity to play. However, low block teams start with his pattern. Sure, but that's what he's got to work out, hasn't he? Low block teams. That's what he's got to work out. But Tottenham Hotspur are up to 6th in the Premier League today. We will stay there all weekend. The only way we can drop to 7th is if Newcastle beat West Ham at St. James's Park. So that's the only way we'll drop out the top 6. But at the moment, Liverpool top with 28, City with 23, Chelsea, Arsenal and Brighton on 22, Spurs 19, Forest 19, Villa 19, Newcastle 18, Fulham 18 as well. Fulham missed a big opportunity today as well to consolidate their place. And yeah, that's the top 10 in the table. Spurs with a plus 14 goal difference. And only 3 points off of 3rd and 4th. So we're still there. All we've got to do is start making sure that these wins are followed up by another win. We cannot go and win this and then drop points to Fulham. Go and win that game as well. And then people like me turn around and go, okay, consistency. We start winning 3, 4, 5 in a row. And then, yeah, people can say I'm in the mud. At the moment, win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. It's just, you can't write it. You can't write it. Yeah, of course. Imagine we beat. This is the problem, though, isn't it? Where did I just see? Big up Phil Coy said, by the way, let's not say Dragusin and Davis are playing better than that's silly. Yeah, but Phil, I think what people are saying is these two, when we're not playing a high line, just defend. That's the difference. For me, Van der Ven and Romero in the high line allow a lot of space in behind. I'm not saying it's their fault. So you have to weigh it up against who your opposition is. But how could you drop those two after that? And we've got an idiot in the chat already. How could you drop out of those two? How could you drop them? How could you turn around to Radu Dragusin and Davis next week and say, sorry, lads, you're not playing. I'll play them. Oh, God. Look, sorry, guys. Sorry, we've got a troll who's just going to be blocked. When the trolls come in here, if they're funny, I don't mind it. But when they're idiots, we just block them. I genuinely don't know, Angus. I might do. Sure, if the biggest word in football, if is the biggest word in football. If any team can nail consistent results, they'd be scary. But until I see that, it's not scary. Where are we? The Spurs did indeed. They did indeed. I get the consistency. No one says, Phil, but now you're making it sound like I've said something negative. I never said anything negative. Absolutely. I've not said anything negative. So please don't do that, Phil. Please don't do that. I hate it when people do this. Yes, Dragusin was awesome today. I thought he was excellent. Him and Davis, I've got to group them in together. Here we go. Here's the Irish Hotspur. I don't see you coming here after we lose. I'm only joking, Dave. Listen, big up to you, my man. We'll do. Listen, of course, we'll have another show. Listen, great win, Dave. I just want the consistency. If that is the real, is that the real Dave? I'm going to message him. I don't think that's the real Dave. Is this the real Dave? Where is he? Dave. Is that you in my chat? Let's have a look. Is that you in my chat? I don't think it is. Let's have a look. Let's message him. Is that you in my chat? Big up. John has said Newcastle will beat West Ham. Well, listen, it's going to be an interesting game. Listen, look, what will be at this stage of the season. We can't go, we need them to win and them to win. What will be. I was just pointing out that at the moment, At the moment, nothing's going to drop us out the top 6 this weekend, apart from a Newcastle win. Mark has said, you are all mad if you can't see what Ange is building. Yeah, a lot of inconsistency. What are we doing? Yeah, yeah, Dave is streaming. I would have thought Dave would be streaming. James has said, is this truly Spursy? Billy needs an apology. You better go and get an apology from someone then. I've never understood these children who want apologies. What do you want an apology for, Billy? For what? Tell me what for, and we'll see if we can find someone who wants to give you an apology. Yeah, it's him. Is it definitely him? I've messaged him. He's not on his WhatsApp. The Rude Boy Sounder said, hold the fullbacks in and good things happen. I agree. Absolutely agree. Also, City never adjust. Most teams in the league will find out the power of... Also, City never adjust. City always adjust. I don't agree with that one. City always adjust. They adjusted from the first half to the second half. They just didn't play well at all. They just couldn't lay a glove on us. Kulu, Anthony, better players to make further progress. Well, we could say that of any manager, right? Could say that of any manager. Roma are a mess. Surely we win, right? I mean, look, Roma, new manager. We don't know how they're going to play, but yeah, they're not doing that great, are they? Will we push on? I hope so. I hope so. That's all I can say. After every win, we have the same conversation. Will we kick on? And then we don't. That's what we've got to see. Not one win, not 2. Let's get 3, 4, 5 games in a row, 3, 4 wins, 1 or 2 draws in. That's what we've got to do. That's what we've got to do. Liberty has said, just like Romero and VDV, Dragu and Davis complement each other. If you play one of them with Romero or VDV, they play like they're not comfortable. Completely agree. I completely agree with you. By the way, come on, smash that like button, people. We should have 500. We got 444. There is 625 of you in here, even though apparently no one watches me when we win. Apparently no one watches me when we win. Guys, girls, look at this. Yeah. I nearly showed how much money I made. Hang on. This way. Hang on. Sorry, I didn't do that at all well. There we go. 14,291. Can we get that to 14,300? Please smash the like button. DJ Greenland said, I'll send Billy an apology. Not sure what for either, Savva, but anything for a quiet life. You got to laugh. These people. I've never... Again, oh my God, can we... Jesus Christ. Jesus. I've never known a more bipolar fan base. Like 1 win, 1 defeat, 1 win, 1 defeat. Do you want him in? Do you want him out? It's like, why do we have to talk about Ange in, Ange out right now? What on earth do we gain from that? Absolutely. Praying for consistency. GKD has said nobody needs an apology. We lost 2-1 at home to Ipswich, 1-0 to Palace, drew 1-0 with Leicester. The only apology, if any, should be from the players' manager for inconsistency. Bang on. Absolutely. Bryce said, Savva, thoughts on Udogie today? I thought he was the weakest link personally. I thought he did some really good things today. I thought there were some moments. I think they definitely targeted his wing, but I thought he did relatively well today. Yeah, I thought he did okay, to be honest, Bryce. I thought he did okay. I thought he really did okay. No, I don't think we will. I don't think we will. And we need to go and win that game. We need to go and win that game. SJD is a big up Biss for keeping composure after that silly yellow. Absolutely. As I said, to a man, I thought we were excellent tonight. Yes, again, as I said throughout the game, today we saw the wingers come back and help the forwards and help the fullbacks constantly. We don't normally see that. And I thought that was really, really, really good. I thought that was really, really good from them today. Listen, we don't have to do the Ange in and out thing. It doesn't need, as a Spurs fan base, let's enjoy it. But Billy, we should have the consistency anyway. The games we've dropped was nothing to do with the level of players. Ipswich, Leicester, Palace. So come on, man. We've got to be honest with that. We did, Ed. Absolutely we did. Kulu is the most important player in the squad. I don't agree. I think there's a number of them that are important. For me, I think what we're slowly but surely seeing is that there are other players taking the mantle of the best player at this club away from Son. I thought Son, for me, looked very tired. Really good ball for the goal. But I thought he looked very, very tired. Scott, Ange out every day. If you care about Spurs, you are Ange out. Look, I just think, why not? Look, we've just had an absolute brilliant result. Let's enjoy it, guys. Let's enjoy it. Agreed. Billy, absolutely agreed. I thought he was brilliant today as well. Phil Coy said, I want us to win 5 on a trot now. Agreed. Phil, we agree on this. We agree on this. Absolutely agree on this. Jason Stoops has said, oh no, sorry. Abu has said, Ange can't drop Maddison again. I've agreed. I don't think you can. I don't think you can. Savva, you're still not sure on Sarr? Listen, again, consistency. I want us, again, my answer to everything anyone throws at me is consistency. Because we have games like last week against Ipswich, where all the players are poor. And then we have games like this, people go, oh, you've got to say this now. But look, consistency. I will always say it. Consistency. Look, absolutely. Guys, I am going to leave it there. Big up Karate, who said, does this give us momentum again? We need momentum. Big up for the super chat. We need momentum. Let's take that amazing win today. The best win of Ange's reign. The best win for years for me. Let's take that, kick on, and we'll be great. But the problem is this season, we have not kicked on. Guys, girls, I'm going to leave it there because I'm going to join Stel later if he'll have me on his channel. But before we do that, I just need a little break. I've been streaming since about 12:15. I need a little bit of a break. Guys, hey, much love. Thank you so much. Please smash the like button. Come on, guys and girls. We are only 6 away from 14,300. Thank you to everyone that joined me. A very enjoyable watch along today. Absolutely brilliant. I know, Bryce. I know I did 2 hours earlier. I've done 3 hours 40 now, 2 hours 15 earlier. So I've done 6.5 hours so far. So let's keep going. Listen, guys, girls, thank you to everyone. I really appreciate it. Love you all. Listen, please just remember it's football before we abuse each other. Take care, everyone. And as always, come on, you Spurs.